that fat 16 crit. Very nice. Alright, I'm gonna bounce now, guys. It's been real.
Hey, Shaman.
Later, dude.
Let's see what we got in the chat here. Hey, KP, Paulo, Damien. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good afternoon. Starting early today, indeed. What's up, cool? How y'all doing today? Got some fun stuff on the agenda today. I was hoping to do kind of a class leveling guide workshop, sort of. I don't know, like I can demonstrate a lot of the techniques that you guys see in some of these class leveling guides, whether that be, you know, hamstring kiting or wand weaving or whatever, and then I can also just use that as footage for future versions of the guide. So I want to do some of that today, do some more PvP tournaments, stuff like that. Welcome everybody just tuning in. Did some earthbind kiting last night. If you want to go into that, that would be dope. Yeah, we can totally do that, man. We can totally do that. Definitely, man. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I was sad today. Today's the first day they didn't have pumpkin spice on the at the coffee shop. No longer. Shamans are low-key OP leveling. Yeah, they are kind of low-key OP at leveling. Yep, they're actually kind of a lot better than I thought, to be honest. Subcargo's thoughts on the demo so far? It's got some issues for sure. No, but I think people are feeling a little more optimistic after that panel. The sharding was the biggest thing for people. I think a lot of this other stuff they're just gonna get ironed out just because it's a demo, and it definitely seemed like they rushed it. Welcome everybody, welcome. Welcome to all the Twitch people as well. Arbitron, this is Cordy, Puzza, thank you guys. Perfect timing, Cargos just got home from work. Thank you, Cordy, for choosing the stream. How much DPS do I lose if I go undead warlock instead of orc? What do you mean, man? In TBC, for example? I mean, you're talking with regard to like the pet damage? Big fan of all your guide videos. Thank you, man. Not a lot, man. Not a lot of damage. Well, Goo on Cargos, enlighten me. Undead or gnome for classic mage? Oh, so but that's a horde choice and an alliance choice. Do you want to go horde or alliance, Goo? Those are both pretty good. Those are gonna be kind of BIS for PvP. For PvE, BIS mage is gonna be actually no, gnome is probably BIS mage on PvE. Yeah, the int and the int is quite nice, and BIS mage on horde is gonna be for PvE is gonna be troll. How long is the demo going to be available? Till the 8th. So three more days. And then we have 8 months with no classic. RIP. Nothing like that Baron's music hitting you early in the morning, right guys? Have you seen any examples of faster movement speed, faster health, and mana regen? A lot of people have been saying that. I don't personally feel the faster movement speed on my character. The strafing, though, the strafing felt a little bit slower, if that makes sense. I don't know. But the regen rate, especially on pets and stuff, seemed crazy. It seems crazy. Blood Fury Racial, in TBC it's Spell Power also. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't really speak too much on TBC, Puzza. I don't think BC will be here for a long time. What do you guys think? You think they're going to do BC? Didn't they confirm that they're not doing that, though? I thought they said something about that. How they said that they have no plans at this point of doing TBC. I think they said that.
I'm pretty sure.
They said that, right?
Not 100%.
Right, right. I hope they do TBC eventually. TBC would be great. The awesome thing about Classic though, is that it's not really going anywhere, right? So if you can get full bis on your character in Classic, that character is gonna be forever a legend. You know, there's not gonna be any expansion that's gonna reset the power level. That's it. That makes the motivation level to get fully decked out higher for me. What's up, Illuminati? What's up, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing today? TBC 2-3 years away. A few years. Where's the Great Divide? What do you mean, man? Where are you from? Minimal 1847. That's the Twitch guy, Patch. He's on Twitch. So for those of you just tuning in, I'm hoping to do kind of a class leveling workshop. I can just answer any of your questions about leveling any of the classes. I've done all 9 classes as far as the leveling guides are concerned. So I think I have a pretty decent understanding of the classes. I'm, you know, not the greatest player at the end of the day, but if you have specific questions about any of these, you know, the techniques mentioned in any of those guides, stuff like hamstring kiting, earthbind kiting, wand weaving, just knowing how to, you know, sort of push your combat efficiency a bit further, we can definitely do that type of stuff today.
One thing I noticed you didn't cover in your rogue leveling guide, since I'm a rogue main, is just like hamstring kiting and earthbind kiting, as a rogue you can do the same thing when you get crippling poisons, but instead of with a slow weapon, basically you're just pulling energy, so you only attack the target when you've got enough energy for a sinister strike, etc.
Is that the type of thing where it's actually going to be...
by a lot.
Okay, interesting. So you're going to lose some kill speed on that, right? But you're going to be able
Just
to...
a little bit. Just a couple auto attacks maybe.
Interesting, dude. I really definitely need to add that. So the good news is now we have a little bit of a better understanding. I mean, it's going to be a bummer if, like, you know, the takeaways from the demo, then I redo the guides, do another version of them, and then they change it again. That would suck. That's always a possibility. But now I have a better understanding of what the mechanics are of the demo. The next version of the leveling guides are going to be badass, guys. Let me tell you. It's the type of thing where you got to take a couple stabs at it and kind of slowly improve it over a couple different iterations. But I think the V3 class leveling guides are going to be dope.
What you've got is perfect, mate. You don't need to redo them.
Yeah, I'd like to though. I'd like to as we get a bit closer. You know, it's gonna, you know, maybe a few months out or something. I'll redo them. Let's see here. I love the Baron, says Mateus Liuti. Me too, man. When is another tourney, bro? I'll probably do a tournament in a little bit. Yeah. Did you enjoy those? Cool. Those are fun. Those are fun. Is moving your player and target frame basic for Classic WoW now, or is it an add-on you're using? Yeah, you can just unlock the frame, Illuminati. You can go here and move frame, unlock frame, or reset it to position. So, no add-on required there. I can't remember if they had that in vanilla though, like real vanilla. I'm always using like PFUI or something. I don't know if this is apples, if this applies to the 1.12 patch. Rogue melee hits had a longer range than most other classes, so you could kite them, if I remember right. Maybe Yellow, do you have thoughts on that?
I don't remember anything like that. Maybe against PvE targets, but definitely not in PvP.
Gotcha. So, we can start maybe with Shaman. Someone mentioned earthbind kiting. For those of you just tuning in, I do want to kind of It's kind of hitting two birds with one stone for me. I'd like to demonstrate some of these concepts from the class leveling guides today on stream, so I can use this footage in future for future guides and stuff like that. So if you have any questions about, you know, whatever class you're gonna main or you're gonna level in classic, I might be able to add a little bit of value. Hitboxes are huge right now. Yeah, they definitely feel that way. They definitely feel that way. Roga Cargos, hello my friend. Not streaming on Twitch anymore. No, we're streaming there as well. I'm just I'm gonna make the transition eventually, but I just want to give people a chance to check out Twitch from YouTube. Can't wait to play. Hopefully I survive till then. Hopefully you survive till then, dude. You'll be alright, man. You're gonna make it. Averu, hi Cargos, can you show us your gear? Sure, man. I'm not exactly demo bis, but I got Merc Sword of the Tiger. Sleek feathered tunic, hunting bow. Couple greens, couple greens. I do have a, let's see if anyone in the chat knows where this raptor's from. The raptor I have as a pet. This blue boy. If anyone knows where this raptor's from right here, holler in the chat. It was a group effort to get the raptor, I'll put it that way. Let me see. Go play Shaman. Oh, Morgoth SVK is now following on Twitch. Hey, thanks, man. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitch, I would appreciate that. I will eventually make the full-on switch to Twitch. Wailing Caverns. Okay, you guys got it. Yep. That's right. That's right. Right. I really like the pet though. He looks really cool to me. He looks awesome, dude. But yeah, we can start with Shaman. We'll start with Shaman. Rare North from Ratchet. No, you're talking about Tack the Leaper? No, I wish I had Tack the Leaper. Tack the Leaper, funny story. If you guys don't know what Tack the Leaper is, before they normalized pet movement speed, it was super flavorful. They had the different pets in Classic had different movement speeds. They called it like a pursuit speed. So Tack the Leaper was a rare raptor in the Barrens, and he had a super high pursuit speed to the point where he could catch people on a level 40 mount, which was interesting. Damn, people following on Twitch. Thank you guys. Thanks for following on Twitch. Oh yeah, I'll pull you in here, Irish. Tack the Leaper. I made you a Hunter Quest BIS list. Check this out. Oh, thanks, man. What is this for the demo? Is it a demo BIS list? Someone did that? That's awesome. Peabody, so in the demo you start at 15 and go to 25. No, it's 15 to 19. Holy shit, Plum Bum with the Twitch Prime subscription, dude. Thank you, man. Yo, thank you so much, dude. I know you got a lot of different streaming options, man. The fact that you're, you know, giving the stream a chance, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Plum Bum. Alright. What up, Cargos? On that grind again, I see. Hell yeah. Humar the Pride Lord is my favorite hunter pet. That sounds familiar. Where's that from again? I forgot that. Oh, Kenda says, if you're not going to play a class because of war graphics? I'm not sure what you mean, man. War graphics? I'm probably going to play all the classes, if that answers your question. Hey, great streams all weekend. Thanks, Blade. Oh, Blaine! Blaine's in the house. What's up, Blaine? How's your weekend, man? Damn, we got 200 plus on YouTube. We got a bunch in Twitch too. Yo, feels good, man. Perfect traction. AK with the Twitch subscription, dude. Thank you, man. Yo, that's crazy, man. Thank you, Perfect. Thank you, bro. Yeah, so let me make a Shaman for you right now, guys. We'll get into it. For those of you just tuning in right now, I'm hoping to make kind of like a class leveling workshop. You know, if you guys, you know, to sort of demonstrate some of the concepts. I've been dying to with all my class leveling guides. I used to have, you know, the version 1s of them, the version 1 of my class leveling guide, they had me demonstrating these concepts. I was in game, literally showing you guys how to do this stuff, and then they got copyright strike. So I really, after the demo's over, I'm like a PowerPoint content creator. It's really unfortunate. So I'm trying to make the most of the demo, get as much footage as possible. So I'll log on to my Femtor Shaman and show you guys how to do some of that earthbind kiting.
Sounds good.
Is this your official Twitch? Love those class videos on YouTube? Yeah, IndieZone. Good morning, Dan Hammer. Good morning, everybody. Yes, good morning indeed. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. Are macros using more recent coding? Yeah, they're using the what do you call it? The more modern, the more modern ones. More modern ones.
Thank you.
No problem. Weekend was busy, but I found some time to lurk while you streamed. The PvP tourneys are awesome. I'm so glad you enjoyed that, Blaine. Blaine's been a big supporter of the channel, man. You've been showing mad love, dude. I appreciate you, man. Why was I copyright striked? I was using private server footage, man. It's no fault of Blizzard's or anything. All right, so I don't have a swing timer right now. So what I would do if I didn't have a swing timer is I'd just look at my weapon speed, and I'd count Mississippi's in my head, dude. Once you see that the damage connect, you just kind of want to count out the seconds in your head. You're inevitably going to clip some damage because you just don't have a swing timer to monitor it perfectly. But just as a little recap, right? So mobs out in the open world, they have a couple advantages over you. They have higher movement speed than you, so they're able to kind of catch you unless you're able to slow them. And they generally have higher attack speed than you. So if you sit there and I just face tank, I'll show you what it's like. Let me find two mobs that are kind of equal. So there's one plane strider over here and one over here. So if I just melee face tank this plane strider, right? This plane strider is gonna attack me maybe even 2 times for every 1 attack I have. So you can see how much damage I take, and then I'll earthbind kite the next one. What aspect of WoW Classic are you most excited for? It's undoubtedly going to be the static communities, man.
I'm out of range.
I can't wait to see the same faces, to have that server narrative again. New member in the house, Blaine, Texas, yo. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, dude. And we got another subscriber on Twitch, yo. Jessel96 with the sub on the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, man. Holy shit, dude. It's been crazy. Yo, thank you guys. Seriously, thank you guys so much. All right, so that was just you know, melee tanking the plane strider. Didn't take too much damage, but I'll show you kind of a little bit of the difference here. So by applying Earthbind Totem, Earthbind Totem is amazing, guys. It's only on a 15-second cooldown, so you can use it to every mob. It costs very little mana. It costs 6% of your base mana, so it's really not a lot at all. Okay, it's coming here. So we're going to melee, and then we're going to run out of range of the mob. See how it's slowed? So I'm going to count like 3 seconds. Come back in for another auto attack. Count about 3 seconds. Come back in for another auto attack. And this Earthbind is slowing about 50%. Now, it's not going to be perfect without a swing timer, but you can kind of kite him in circles too. That's the thing about this. Oh, Doc Irish with the 100 biddies. Thank you so much, man. If you get a good two-hander as a chamois, it's pretty strong. Yeah. The weird thing about the demo, though, is you can have a two-handed mace when you should need 10 points in the enhancement tree to even use this. But in the demo, it's a little bit messed up.
What's going on there, everybody?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, we'll do a couple more examples of Zidori. I'll put on Lightning Shield. It just aggroed kind of unexpectedly. So let's find two mobs of equal, kind of an equal level. We'll go through the whole rotation, putting down the totems. You're gonna put down Searing Totem, put down these are a little bit high level. Let's go up here. Self-made rogue. Yo, how's it going, man? How's it going, guys? Jesse L96, thank you for your vids. Really helped me a lot with them, so you definitely deserve that sub. Thank you so much, Jessel. Yeah, they gotta fix. That's another thing. They gotta fix the melee hit range. It did seem like the plane strider was able to connect a bit more. The hitboxes might be a little bit big, but we'll go through it a couple examples here. So let's find 2 mobs that are kind of similar in power level.
Should pay some attention to the game.
All right. So we got 2 zebras here. We'll go ahead and reapply Rock Biter. Make sure we're not missing anything.
What are you drinking today, I guess?
I got a cup of coffee here, but I also got I wanted to show some of like the Europeans in the chat the sizes here in America. This is a double gulp right here. This thing is insane. It's filled with diet soda, but it's just kind of funny because I don't think in Europe or in any other place in the world you could get a serving size that is this insanely huge.
You know, you're absolutely right. Actually, when I was in Korea, I went to I saw McDonald's like in a mall, and I was like extremely surprised. I got a meal, and I think I even remember getting it like specifically a McFlurry, and everything was way smaller, right? Like there was no extra value size. Like that, all that concept is extremely foreign to them.
Definitely, definitely. So Monkey News said that it's way harder to kite on the demo compared to private servers. Yeah, I'm sort of starting to feel that a little bit. The hitbox seems a bit bigger, but it still should be better. So I'll show you guys. So when you're setting up as a shaman, you're gonna put down the Searing Totem, put down an Earthbind Totem, then you're gonna front load your mana and spend it in a chunk. So we're gonna go with a Lightning Bolt into a Flame Shock here.
It's too far away.
And now we've used all the mana we want to use here. So we're gonna use a swing, and kind of strafe through the mob, count out about 3 seconds, come back in. We're not going to use any more mana. We want that spirit-based mana regeneration to come back in. Start ticking again. And now we're at full mana, so you don't want to sit at full resources, right? So I would decide to use a shock there. You want to always keep your health and mana constantly regenerating. You don't want to be sitting at full health or mana. So we'll find another one. Let me see if we can set up another one here. I avoid sugars like Fire Bro. Can eat so much more and no problems, overweight at all. That's great, man. Yeah, they removed it, man. There's no more debuff. Well, spirit-based mana regeneration. I mean, it's whatever you want to call it, Herbits. You know, it's just after not casting a spell for 5 seconds, you'll start to regenerate mana. So we'll do it again on this zebra here. We're gonna go ahead and put Searing Totem down, Earthbiter down. Spend a little bit of mana here.
Oof.
So we're going up to full mana again, so I'd probably use a shock. So that's about it. That's what it's looking like. No beers today? Oh, we got some beers. They had a mix and match at 7-Eleven. I got some nice brewskis for today's stream. Lightning Shield is your best damage per mana. Yes. So as far as damage per mana efficiency on a shaman, Flame Shock is going to do more damage than Lightning Shield, right? But Lightning Shield is better DPME. So, you know, definitely make sure you keep your Lightning Shield on. But if you refresh your Lightning Shield during the fight, you're gonna stop your natural mana regeneration from ticking back in again. That's huge. Okay. Streamer life is hard. Cargos, you should invest some money to make extra monitors that are next to your main monitor. I actually have 3 monitors. One here, and one here. I have 2 computers, so it's kind of a weird setup. I definitely can optimize the streaming setup, guys. But just bear with me. I'll get them all ironed out. So we'll engage this target again. So what I'm feeling right now is it's looking like I have a lot of mana. Like I'm not really losing too much mana, and while I'm fighting, I'm ticking back up to full mana again. So this tells me I need to be more aggressive about my mana usage. So I'm probably going to go for 2 lightning bolts into a flame shock as opposed to 1. So we'll set up for a kill on this guy right here. Put down the Earthbind. We're going to go for a... I need lightning shield. Whoops. So we're going to go for 2 lightning bolts into a flame shock now. Going to get that swing off. And then attempt to kite it. But as you can see, it's still able to hit me, and it's pretty far... It's pretty far away from me. So now it's running. We'll just kill it with this. But that's another concept, right? So you always want to feel out. In vanilla, it's not one static rotation, especially with the mana users. You're going to get different ranks of your spells as you level, right? So you're going to get, you know, Flame Shock may maybe better DPME than Lightning Shield if I get another rank of Flame Shock. It's not just like a, you know, just like a face value thing you have to always accept. You're gonna get these power spikes. You have the way the spell's power spike is, it looks like a staircase. If you see on like my recent priest leveling guide, you'll see that it's kind of like a staircase with the power level. What do you usually stream when you're not streaming Classic WoW demo? I don't really stream much in general. I just stream like just talking about Classic, really, man. More dots. Let's see what we got here. Shamans benefit the best out of staves because of their damage. Yeah, staves are really good too. That's one thing, man. Like staves are so strong, man. You got Crescent Staff, you got Rod of Westfall, you got Resurgence Rod later on. Staves are really good. And like when I was making a Paladin leveling guide, I was you know, it's a big disadvantage that they can't use staves. It's definitely not something to overlook. So we're gonna go ahead and kill this Plain Strider here. Hit it with a melee. Proceed to run out of range of its hitbox. Count a couple seconds down. Gonna go back in again. And as you can see, it is pretty efficient there. This is a good example. This is a good example. That's a good example. You're really taking nothing, and we're already starting to get that spirit-based mana regeneration again ticking there. So the sustain can be pretty good with the Shaman. Let's see what we got here. Cargos, once you realize the demo will end in a few days, and then like 8 months without Classic is a scary thought. That is so true, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I don't know if you guys have any suggestions. I was even thinking about playing games like Diablo 2 and stuff and Warcraft 3 because I love those games, and I figure that you guys are, you know, you guys like Blizzard, right? So, you know, maybe we could have that similarity there. Play some Diablo 2.
That Warcraft 3 is not a bad idea.
Spirit can keep you alive 100% of the time and don't need to use so much mana to kill one mob at a time. Diablo. Oh yeah, if you could like the stream, that does help out a lot. All right, we got some people on Twitch. Let's see what we got here. Perfect Traction, you a veteran? I'm still fulfilling my obligation, man. I still got like 4.5 years left on my ETS. Cargos, do you know when you are able to put plus speed enchant on your boots? You can put them on at any time, but on a fresh server, you're not gonna have access to that. You're not gonna have access to it. So. Oh, this guy's a caster. Quite unfortunate. We should be probably interrupting these heals. What are your thoughts on Joanna's leveling guide? Well, the thing people realize, this is one thing about Joanna's leveling guide. So, you know, people are saying like, damn, Joanna's leveling guide has been beaten so many times. People are saying that, you know, it's kind of outdated. And for sure, like, you know, it's been freaking 15 years. Like, you're going to have some improvements on it. But one thing that people don't realize is that a lot of these private servers, like the vast majority of these private servers, use 2.4.3 TBC quest XP values. So it appears like people are leveling way faster. And there's also just some buggy quests on private servers. So the fact that Joanna hit 4 days, 20 hours, documented the whole thing back in OG vanilla, like confirmed real thing, is very impressive. You gotta salute Joanna, dude. You're furious, Paul.
Even yesterday too, it was awesome.
Yeah. So, like Northdale is one of the only, even what is it, Lightbringer? Even that one had 2.4.3 values. But Northdale, I was talking to people like Gil Nash, people who are really seasoned levelers, Tribe, and Northdale used 1.12 values for the most part. There were still some buggy quests, and some of these speed levelers knew where those buggy quests were, and they targeted them, and they went there immediately. But you gotta respect Joanna. Going full-time soon on Twitch? I don't know, man. I'm chasing the dream. We'll see what happens. I got a question about the warrior guide. You said to pick up first aid and skinning ASAP. Is the skinning to make extra gold or for extra crit at max skill level? It's for the return on investment on vendoring the skins, Jake, because you are killing so many beasts regardless. Like, you're just killing these beasts, so it really doesn't take much time away out of your, you know, efficiency equation if you are going to just go for the skin, especially on a class like a warrior, where you're going to have a lot of out of combat time anyway, just to get yourself back into a combat ready state. So That's why I advocate for skinning. Also, even potentially cooking. Warriors struggle to make gold, and it's not like the most optimal way to make gold. I'm not an expert gold farmer, but one thing I've done is some of those mid-range cooking recipes, they vendor for a lot. So if you grind beasts for a while, which are often good targets to grind as a warrior, going for the beasts. If you're killing a lot of the beasts and you're able to cook that stuff up, you can vendor it and actually get a pretty decent return on investment. They're not exactly the lowest armor targets, but immediately what comes to mind, what I've done before on my hunter stuff, is the Soothing Turtle Bisque in Hillsbrad, and just farming up and down the river there is a pretty decent farm. Andy Migo Cargos, what up? What's up, man?
Isn't one other thing with private servers? I don't know if I'm right on or wrong on this, but that they have a lot of missing data values too. Isn't that true?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Cargos, why did you leave Mizoto Discord channel? There's no one in there, bro. I like Mizoto. I totally fuck with Mizoto. I love that dude. He's awesome. I mean, he cracks me up. All of his videos are A1. Really, I really like Mizoto. There was just no one posting in the Discord, and I have like freaking 30 Discords that I'm part of, so it was just cleaning up the Discord. Blaine, Texas, you're already blown up, and Classic hasn't even launched yet. Get ready, bro. You got about 8 months. Thank you, Blaine. Thank you, Blaine. Yeah, if you guys got any questions about leveling, anything, now's the chance, man. This is it right now. Let's make the most of the demo here. Why does he ignore my message? I'm not trying to ignore your messages, Antoine. It's just hard for me to keep up with it, man. Just go on Joanna website. He updated the leveling guide. Yeah, he just updated it. That's right. He's been working hard on it. This is server 13. Yep, this is server 13, man. Yeah, if I don't get to your messages, guys, I'm not ignoring you. I'll answer even the hard questions. Go, just shoot. It's just that there's so much chat. How do you get XP? What do you mean, man? Am I gonna try for server first? Nah, I'm not that good at leveling, man. Like, the more I did all these class leveling guides, the more I used to consider myself a pretty decent leveler, because amongst my friend group, I would pretty much always be the fastest leveler. And then the more and more I talked with people who played this game that have like that 200 IQ understanding of this game, I realized I am a scrub, dude. Like, there are some very, very talented people that spend a lot of time just on the PTR, going to all the places, the best grinding spots, and finding the XP per hour in the optimal grinding spot, right? So you'd go to like the Crimson Whelp spot or something in the wetlands, right? And you figure out what the XP per hour is there. So that's the optimal XP per hour if you're purely grinding. And then you take that benchmark and you try and beat it with questing. And these people beat it with questing. And apparently people can get to 60 in under 3 days played. There's some crazy people out there, guys. Bunny says, what's up, my man? Watching you while studying. Keep it up, man. Love you. Appreciate you, Bunny. Thanks, man. Alex says, your channel's going to blow up big time. You're going to become the next biggest classic WoW YouTuber. Your content is next level quality. Yeah, I don't know about that, man, but I'm going to do my best for you guys. I know you guys got a lot of options, man. There's a lot of people streaming right now. I got Twitch open. I see a lot of people streaming. So for those of you guys, here, I really, really appreciate you guys. I'll try my best to add some sort of value. I really want to try Sword Rogue and would love to get some more tips and tricks that could be helpful for leveling. So Rogue is my weakest class when it comes to leveling, but I was able to learn a lot, so I can try and help with that, Jessel, for sure. Alright, so we'll do one more mob here on the Shaman. So I'll go through the optimal rotation. I'll try and play it perfectly. So we have Rockbiter, we have a slow. Actually, it's not that slow. It's not that slow of a weapon, but I still think Rockbiter is going to put out the most consistent damage. It's not going to overkill a mob, so I'd pretty much go for Rockbiter. We're going to keep Lightning Shield applied. We're going to put down the Searing Totem. We're going to put down the Earthbind Totem. We're going to cast 2 Lightning Bolts into a Flame Shock while strafing in a productive direction while using the Flame Shock, because it is an instant cast. We're going to hit him with the melee. Yep, a little misplay there already, but it should be okay. So I'm successfully out of the range. Go for another melee. The hitbox does feel quite large for sure. This is a 50% slow on am I dead? What is this? Freaking centaurs over here. So also, I mean, your go-to escape is a Shaman. I don't have access to Ghost Wolf at this level, but you're going to just drop an Earthbind Totem, go Ghost Wolf, and run out. And Ghost Wolf is an amazing tool. Like, when you get Ghost Wolf at 20 on a Shaman, there is no one moving around faster than you on Azeroth. There is no one. Even Hunters with improved Cheetah, they're moving around at 36%. you know, improved feline swiftness is only 30%. You get travel form at 30, right? So druids aren't keeping up. Shamans have are pretty quick. Pretty quick. I missed a lot of the chat. Let's see. Why not mining plus BS, but mining skinning? I've seen people like Monkey and stuff during his speedruns. He goes mining. A lot of people do advocate for the mining. Favorite double classes for leveling in vanilla? I'd probably, yeah, Mage Priest is good. I might even go double Mage though. If I really thought what the fastest thing would be, it'd probably be double Mage and go for the AoE grinding. Maybe I was even thinking about double Warlock. The main thing that I would say if you're trying to go for a dual leveling is first evaluate, you know, so your leveling speed is a sum total of 3 factors. I say this all the time, right? Your in combat time where you're actively engaging targets and killing them. Your out of combat time where it's mandatory time that you have to spend to regenerate, and then your travel time. So travel time is really probably the most impactful piece of the pie here. And if you pick a class that has access to movement boosting abilities or talents, and then you partner up with someone who doesn't have movement boosting abilities or talents, it's a massive waste because you're only as strong as your weakest link. So I'd probably pick classes that have equal movement speed, that have some synergy, ideally that can AoE and have some cleave damage, and classes that really excel when it comes to like pushing the limits of their combat efficiency. Classes like Warlocks, stuff like that. Sorry, I'm rambling on here.
And the problem with leveling with someone else is if they're not going to play as much as you get no benefit. So if you build your whole like class around being in a duo in leveling and then they're only on half as much as you, they're just going to fall way behind. And the whole point of doing it is fucked it from the beginning.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, this is going to be played pretty perfectly, I think. Okay, we got the melee off, the nice kite. This is played pretty much perfectly, I think. Counting 3 Mississippi, going in for the second melee. Successfully out of range. The mob is not able to connect right here. This is an example of perfect earthbind kiting. I'm not the best player here, but that's what it should look like every time. Every time. And even like Searing Totem is going to be worth it, you know, from a damage per mana perspective on a single target. So I'd drop it on every single target. Going to be leveling with a friend who's going to be playing a lock. Thinking of leveling a war with him. Probably not the best, but go for it, man. Honestly, just, you know, have fun. It's vanilla. You do get the soul stone. That'll help a little bit. You get a hellstone and a soul stone. Warlocks are fantastic overall, I'd say. So I think the way it works, at least on private servers, and we'll see how it works in vanilla. So if you have multiple people in your party, for every additional person in your party, you actually get a slight XP bonus. There's a little modifier that you get a slight XP bonus killing a mob, but then that XP bonus, you know, and the total amount of XP is split between however many people are in the group. So I think it's like 7% per additional person. So people like Tribe and some of the PvPers who don't really care too much about, you know, solo leveling efficiency and stuff like that, they just group up with 5 people and they just go like AoE grind and they just grind like crazy. And it can actually be pretty efficient to level in groups. Hey Gargos, which doing the best in the demo duels? I think Shaman. I'd say Shaman. You can use a frickin' two-hander at this level with two-handed mace or an axe. You have an interrupt on a 6-second cooldown. You can pretty much out-attrition everybody, anyone, I think. If I were really playing for all the marbles, this is what I would do. I would drop a Searing Totem, I would put on Lightning Shield, and I would just start healing myself. I would using all that mana to heal. You will win that trade with Searing Totem. You will win that trade every time. I don't really have any doubt in my mind. And then if they do try and cast, you hit them with the Earth Shock. Shaman's real strong. What class combo for leveling would you choose? If I was going super try-hard mode, I'd go double mage. If I was just maybe for a little more balanced, I mean, priest warrior is kind of fun. It's kind of the classic super flavorful healer tank kind of fun thing to do. But Locke won on yesterday's tournament. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's level 15 and people are playing and stuff. People are, you know, different people are going to win different tournaments. Let me check out Twitch. So we gotta agree with Irish, enjoy yourselves in vanilla. Yeah, and definitely enjoy yourselves. If it's your first time through, just take your time, have fun. One thing I will share with you is probably my strat. Now that Dire Maul and Maraudin are confirmed upon release, I probably recommend going Major Hunter, just from a pure financial standpoint, and then funneling that gear. If you're quick at leveling, and you have the dedication, you have the motivation, you know you're going to know life, I think it's kind of a misplay to play anything but a Mage or a Hunter right off the bat if you're going try-hard mode. So you can really start you know, getting ahead when it comes to economy. You can start cornering the auction house on certain things, and then funneling gold down to your alts and stuff. And that's what I would do. It's not confirmed. They said it's current thinking. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't. Yeah, I went back and watched some stuff last night after the stream, and I said they are open to some suggestions. They definitely want some feedback on that. But that's kind of like where their head is, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wish they would stagger it a little bit, to be honest. But
If they just push
I'd
back
rather
DM.
it be 6 phases.
Yeah, I agree.
what would the 6 phases be?
Just don't put DM.
I go
Split up.
MC, and then I do the normal phase, but then I'd move Diamol to 2nd phase, and then BWL, and then PvP 3rd phase. Then 4th phase would be like Zalgarub, Green Dragons, 5th phase AQ, 6th phase NAC.
I like that one.
That seems fair. Yeah. I'd be down with something like that. Warrior, Walati, sup Cargo, sup guys. Thank you everyone for tuning into the stream today. Starting a bit earlier than usual, but streaming is getting a little more fun, guys. I'm kind of a little more relaxed, a little bit more myself, and I'm starting to enjoy just hanging out with you guys and not stressing about it. So thanks for all the support all the past you know, days and weeks and stuff. So we'll do, maybe let's see what we can do now. We can do,
I always say if it's not fun, it's not worth doing.
right. No, facts. What do you guys want to see next? Do you guys have a class you want to see my perspective on when it comes to leveling? We can go through kind of the optimal rotation, some of the tips and tricks, the nuances. Martin Snyder's Yo Cargo's planning on making more vanilla videos. Left a comment on the priest guide, some of the stuff most people don't think about, worth considering. Thanks for the feedback, Martin. I definitely will make more vanilla videos. I'm really, really excited for vanilla and building a guild out with you guys and a really strong community. Warlock, Mage, Rogue, Warlock, Paladin, Warlock, Paladin, Paladin, Go Mage. Man, I should make a straw poll real quick. Let me do that.
Is there no character limit on a demo? Like, on that server?
No, there's 10 of them.
Is it 10?
There's 10.
Alright, we'll see what class to play next. So for those of you just tuning in, we're doing kind of a impromptu leveling workshop where we're just going through all the little tips and tricks you guys might have seen in my class leveling guides, and you can ask anything you want. Oh, I'm missing something. Mage, warrior, oh, priest. What else am I missing? I'm missing one. Warrior, mage, priest, shaman, druid. Oh, rogue, of course, rogue. Okay. Create poll. Let's drop this in the chat here for you guys. So, if you have any questions about leveling, man, ask away. I'm dropping this in the chat here. Thank you. Got 50 people on Twitch. Thank you guys for tuning in on Twitch. I appreciate you. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitch, I'd appreciate it. I think I'll eventually have to transition over to Twitch, but the link is in the description. All right, let's see what you guys got for me. So far, Warlock's in the lead. Warlock. It's looking like it's going to be Warlock. It's looking like it's going to be Warlock. But just keep voting. Keep voting. Let's see what you guys got. Refresh. Alright, Warlock it is. We'll go Warlock. So many Warlock Pog in the chat. Sort of. We can do Hunter too. We can do Hunter as well. Yeah, I wish I could do the Hunter pre-level 10. That's what I wish, man. Hunter pre-level 10 would be interesting. I really enjoy the Hunter pre-level 10. Okay, why female? Oh, I just picked whatever, man. Let's see. We got Opar511 now following on Twitch. Thank you so much, man. 400 plus people in YouTube. We got 50 plus in Twitch, yo. Thank you guys, man. I know you guys have a lot of options as far as streams. I'm honored that you guys are spending time here. All right, so let's get the bars set up. It's kind of the annoying thing about the demo. You always got to get the bars set up. So we'll put demon skin on. Put it here. the wand at? Shoot. Put that here. So we'll start with ammo. You're not really going to be using shadow bolts too much. So the thing is, with a warlock, you always want to be juggling mobs if you can. Juggling mobs is going to be optimal. And what I mean by juggling is like by kind of killing 2-3 mobs at the same time. So out of all the classes in the game, warlocks, man, they kind of potentially have the most finesse, and it's because they can convert mana into health, and health into mana. Like, they're kind of interchangeable resources. You have stuff like Drain Life, you have stuff like Life Tap, so you can really push the limits of your combat efficiency. And here's a little fun fact for you guys. And a lot of warlocks, even like really good warlocks, like main warlocks, didn't really know for sure right off the bat. Like, they didn't snap an answer. But Life Tap does not stop, even though it's a spell, it does not stop natural mana regeneration, spirit-based mana regeneration. It does not stop it. It does not count as a spell. So you can freely life tap. There's really no consequence to life tapping. So if you have more health and you're just sitting at high health, like full health, just tap. Like, it's just purely good. Let's see. Would you recommend?
It's crazy. I do that.
You never do that? Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? Would you recommend spirit agility over stamina agility on hunters while leveling? So the thing is, like, you only need just enough stamina to survive. Like, it depends on what stage of the game you're at, Nicola. So if you're in a PvP server and you're in freaking ST Vietnam and there's freaking rogues everywhere, maybe stack a little bit more stamina. The general thing, though, unless you're like a priest, pretty much every class, if you find pieces that have high spirit, just keep them. Just keep the pieces and then switch into them. If you have access to like an add-on like Outfitter, switch into them. You can toggle into them as you move from point A to point B. Just swap into it, because Spirit's only going to do something for you unless you have certain talents or something. It's only going to be of benefit to you when you're out of combat. So being able to swap into your Spirit set is a little pro tip right there. Okay, so yeah, because Warlocks can convert, you know, health into mana and mana into health kind of interchangeably. This is the class where you can really push the limits of your combat efficiency. Like, you can really like micromanage your resources so much, and I really enjoy that about the class. And if I wasn't so attached to Hunter, I'd probably play Warlock. So let's summon a Voidwalker here. Blizzard was kind enough to start us with 4 Soul Stones. So the first thing we're going to need pet send and pet recall macros. You want to have control of your pet. 424 people in the YouTube chat. 60 plus in Twitch. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today. Feels like it's better quality on Twitch. That's what I've heard, guys. If you want to check out Twitch, apparently the quality is better, the sound is better, the video is better. That's what I've heard. I'm still a super noob to it, so. So there's a couple things you could do. I'm not going to set it all up here because I don't want to bore you guys, but you really should bind all your pet abilities. Now, we only have Torment at this stage. We're about to get Consume Shadows, I believe, next level. That's the out-of-combat heal on your Voidwalker. We don't have access to it yet, but it is a best practice to bind all of your pet's abilities separately. But let's just do a pet attack, pet recall macro, just because we want to have control of our Blueberry. Is that what they call him, Blueberry? Blueberry. Alright. So as far as talents go, pretty much every time you're going 5 out of 5 corruption. I even go over suppression. So the thing about suppression, it says reduces the chance for your enemies to resist your affliction spells by 2%. This is spell hit. So don't be fooled. This is literally spell hit. And so as a spellcaster, you're always going to have a 1% chance to miss with your spells. The spell hit cap is 99%. You'll never get to 100% spell hit. So against the target that's one level above you, I believe you need. I believe it's like. Let me pull it up right now. It's 5%, I believe, is to get cap. It's 5%. So a lot of Warlocks will advocate for getting 3 points into suppression and 3 points only, because that's going to cap you against targets that are 2 levels higher than you. And you really don't want to be fighting mobs that are 2 levels higher than you. There is some other implications to this. Some mobs out in the open world do have resistance to shadow. It's actually a very common resistance to have. But you can get away with 3 out of 5. So let's see here. Where's the spell hit thing? I think it's on the mage one. Sorry, I'm missing like boatloads of chat, but hopefully this can be somewhat useful. Okay, spell hit. So yeah, so against a target of the same level, you're gonna have a 4% chance to miss. So you need 3% to cap. 1 level higher, 5% and 4% needed to cap. 2 levels higher, you need 5% hit to cap. And then 3 levels higher, you have a 17% chance to miss. So it's almost not worth it, you know, to pursue getting hit cap against that target 3 levels higher. You just don't want to engage a target that's 3 levels higher. So by getting 3 points into suppression, you're increasing your spell hit by 6%, which will cap you out against targets 2 levels higher than you, assuming that they don't have a ton of resist or something. So enough talk. I like going improve corruption first. You can move. It's because it's an instant cast, you can move, right? So there's a lot of advantages to it. You don't have to cast. There's no pushback. It's also going to change your rotation a lot. So I'm pretty cold on a Warlock, but we're going to try and engage both of these targets here. We're going to try and do this kind of efficiently. So we're going to send the... ideally, you want to have a pet script attack macro baked into your casted abilities. I like to put it into Immolate. So when I start casting Immolate, as soon as I click this macro, the Voidwalker is already actively moving to engage that target. But I do have a manual pet attack macro here. So we're going to send him in here. We're going to start with... oh, I don't have Agony on my bars. RIP. So... before you have Nightfall, Nightfall is this talent right here, if you guys know. Nightfall is like your bread and butter. It's going to give you a % chance to get a free, like, instant cast Shadow Bolt. Oh no, it's not free, sorry. But it is instant cast. So it's all about proccing that. So before you have Nightfall, the order of operations as far as rotation on a Warlock is going to be Immolate into Agony into instant cast Corruption. Because Agony does more damage, it's like a mortgage. It does more damage towards the back end of the spell. So we're going to engage this Zebra here. Let me see if we can get 2 targets at the same time. Or 3 even. So here's the Zebra, as they say. We're going to send the Void. We're going to send Blue Boy at this. We're going to start with an Immolate. Immolate's not the most mana efficient spell, but it's fine. And then we're going to start with a Fear. I don't like to start with with casted abilities first, because then you can potentially get pushback on your spells, and it's quite annoying. This guy, it already broke on this guy. I'm gonna fear this dude. So, as I'm ticking back up, I'm just tapping right now. There's really no downside to tapping right now. You want to always even out your resources, so I'm evening out my health and mana, just trying to get him in a similar position. We'll send Blueberry at this Plane Strider. Now, there are some implications here, right? So, Immolate has some instant damage, so it can potentially cause threat issues. You just have to feel it out. You have to feel out the power level of your Voidwalker and your Voidwalker taunt. So, if you're going to strip something out of your rotation, Immolate is the one you're going to strip out. It's the lowest damage per mana efficiency. You can strip out Immolate if you want, but I like getting value out of casted abilities when you're engaging like a fresh target, especially if you're juggling mobs. So we'll try and kill this and one more, and then I'll take a break and look at the chat. We're going to put Immolate. Hopefully the Voidwalker's going to strip it back. Indeed he did. I'm going to start with a Fear on this mob, followed by an Immolate. So right now I'm already getting the impression that Immolate is breaking the Fear, so I'm probably not going to use Immolate anymore. Probably not going to do it at this current, like at my current power level right now. I'm also not going to use Drain Soul because I wasn't able to get full 2 out of 2 into it, so I just went for the resist right now. But I'd probably go straight into Drain Soul actually. So I would go 5 into Corruption, then 2 into Drain Soul immediately. That's 100% the best way to go. Then moving into Suppression after that. So I'll stop talking right now. I've probably missed 500 messages.
Yeah, you missed the Twitch Prime as well.
Oh, thank you so much, man. We got a Twitch Prime. Trickster1339 just subscribed to Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, Trickster. Yo, dude, you're the man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A million thank yous to you, man. Twitch Prime. Alright, so let me stop being a talking head for a second and look at what you guys have to say. Protest loot trading. If you would level in a group of 3 and got 1 pally, what would I choose as the other classes? 100% I would get a... So with a Warlock you can... with a Warlock it just takes 2 to summon, right? I'm not crazy here, right? So I'd for sure have a Warlock there. I'd for sure have a Warlock. I'd have a Warlock, a Paladin, and something else. It's kind of a free slot. But I'd probably pick something else that doesn't have access to movement boosting abilities. So, man, maybe double Warlock Paladin would be sick. Freaking Warlock Priest, you know, Paladin or something like that would be crazy. Cargos, do you prefer dynamic respawns or sharding? I'd prefer dynamic respawns. I think it's kind of like a event. It's like a event in the server narrative, you know, like it's a world event for the server. It's fresh. It's gonna be crazy. You know, it's gonna be crazy. You expect that. You kind of want that craziness there. It's part of the experience. So I prefer dynamic respawns, and I'd prefer dynamic respawns and just having it be a little bit of a shit show as opposed to sharding. But if they're going to do sharding for the first starter zones, it's not the end of the world.
Just breaks the immersion a little bit.
Certainly, certainly. Scattershot is strong on the right hands. I love the build with Hunter where you can get both Scattershot and Bestial Wrath, that kind of hybrid build. That's my favorite build in the game. I absolutely love PvPing on a Hunter. You have so much finesse.
People don't realize how good they are in BGs and open.
Oh man, dude.
World.
Viper's thing? So,
As a mage, I hated that.
this might trigger all the people from different countries that America has this size of soda here. This is a diet soda, so I probably won't die of diabetes, I'll die of cancer, but I'm going to go ahead and enjoy the soda here. It's quite big. It's about the size of my head.
Is like, hunters have everything except for one thing. They're like, they're pretty good in
the
PvP.
Big gulp.
They're really good to.
Wait, does that say double gulp?
It's a double gulp. It's a double gulp.
Oh my god.
It's the motherfucking double gulp.
Was that 48 ounces or more? Damn.
Oh man, I don't even know, dude. Look how big this is. This is truly an American
It's next
amenity
level.
right here. Die of beaties. David Davis. As a European, I feel triggered by this beverage. Damn Americans, dude. That's funny, dude. Gotta meet height and weight for PT LMAO. Let's go, Oro. Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dude. You're gonna
It
get,
sucks, man. You don't want to fail hide and wait for PT.
especially if you're infantryman like freaking Irish over here.
Well, yeah, you would get flagged and then have to keep retaking it. It's terrible.
Right. And you
You might even have to do extra PT.
would they like change you to like a weight loss company or some shit like that? I heard they did that, like kind of like a fat can company or something.
That's like a extreme scenario. But yeah, could happen.
Do they get by BMO?
Nah, just height weight.
So I'll show you guys a little bit of the wand weaving. Let me see what the speed on my dagger is. So that's quite nice. The speed on my dagger is 1.4, and the speed on my wand is 1.5. So the global cooldown is 1.5. So that means I can melee every time, and literally, in theory, not clip any damage at all. I should be able to wand melee, and clip 0 damage. Now, of course, you have to factor in that I'm a gigantic noob, so I could misplay and not be able to do this effectively, but I will attempt to do this on a mob for you. So, wand weaving, if that's the term that we're going to go with, basically refers to this. So your swing timer, it's not really even a swing timer, that's the thing. Your swing timer refers to your melee attack, right? So you have a swing timer on my giant tarantula fang, but your wand is kind of a little separate mechanic, and it can only be as fast as the global cooldown, but this one is just right at the same speed as the global cooldown. So you should be able to wand and melee and be able to get full value from your melee attacks instead of just sitting there wanding. So it actually is a sizable damage increase. So we'll try and do it on this giraffe. I don't think I can solo this giraffe with wand weaving. Maybe this little hyena thing. Put my pet on passive. Maybe I'll hit it with like an immolate or something too. So, oh no. All right, I wanted to put auto attack on my bars as well. I'll put the warlock. I'll put the voidwalker on it. So the way I like to do it is I like to put my wand attack and my melee attack right next to it. So like as soon as the wand attack goes off, I can hit my as soon as the wand attack goes off, I can hit my melee attack like that. So I'll show you right now though. I'll do it on another one. Well, I'll do it on this one, I guess. So wand, melee, wand, melee, wand, melee. Oh, you guys can't see it though, right? It's covered. Oh my god. Should I move my face? I should move my camera maybe. Let me do this.
Just move the combat text.
Oh, I guess the combat text could work, right? I guess. Unlock window. Good call, good call. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see what it looks like on the stream. Now watch me wand. Now watch me melee. That's pretty good, actually. Cargos, what is the plan for today? More duels and raids? Yeah, probably. I'm starting off con with like kind of a leveling workshop. I'm recording all this, and I'm hoping to use some of this footage in my further like versions of the guide because I can't use private server footage. So it's kind of hitting multiple birds with one stone. Why did you make a macro for your pet attack instead of, you can't really, I don't think you, maybe in the BFA client you can, but you can't just put this on a, you see I can't just drag pet attack onto a slot. You can't just drag it on somewhere, so I think it automatically defaults pet attack at like control 1 or something, but I use the control, those are extremely valuable keybinds to me, control, 1 through 5 plus control tilde. Okay. So I'll try and show you, I'll try and demonstrate on this giraffe here. You can see on the combat log. I should be able to get full value from both my melee attack and my wand attack on this. Okay. So we'll send the Void Walker at this. So I'm going to wand, and then immediately as I see the wand, I'm going to wand. Immediately as I see that global on the wand, I'm immediately hitting auto attack. Now you should note that, sorry, there's a little bit of a misplace there, but you should note, there's one thing I should note. So we tested this a lot with people in Taladril's Discord. There is a little bit of a wind-up time when you're doing a fresh wand shot. There's a little bit of like you cock the arm back a little bit or something. There's a little bit of a wind-up time on it. So if you were just to sit there and wand and just like keep it on, you're gonna wand a little bit faster. But especially in this situation where you're getting full value from a melee attack, it should still be better. It should still be better to do this. So that's kind of wand weaving in a nutshell. Let me see if anyone has any feedback. How's the speed of movement? A lot of people were saying that it feels faster. I didn't really notice the speed of movement. When I was strafing, it felt a little slower when I was attempting to do front stabbing. But some people were saying that could be a result of the new resolution. Not worth the time. It's the same as the ranged auto shot, 0.5 second cast time. Cargo's blocked me. I didn't block you, bro. I can see you right there. Mudkit. Lupos plus gold sellers plus lag plus Lupos plus shady GMs plus lag. Northdale is trash. No, I can see you, man. I can see you guys. You can keybind your pet bar. They already keybound? Yeah, I mean, either way. There's a couple, a bunch of different ways to build a car, but this is the kind of method. Either way, you want to have control of your pet, right? You want to have control of your pet. You want to be able to, at very minimum, be able to deploy your pet and recall your pet. So I'll try and juggle a couple mobs here. These are a bit higher level. It wouldn't be my first choice of targets. We'll go against this ordinary Plane Strider. So based on my experiences with the last mobs, I would probably not start with it. I would probably just not start with an Immolate, because the Immolate seemed to break the fear. So I'm probably just going to put an Agony on, put a Corruption on, let it tick a little bit, put a little damage on this Plane Strider. Might even open up on this sun scale as well. Not the greatest pull in the world. Oh, jeez, man. Get him, Void Walker, get him. Okay, he got the aggro, thankfully. I'm just gonna run. This is not gonna end well, so I'm just gonna run. My Void Walker's just gonna take the L. Kind of a botched pull, but... Hey, Cargo's going, love your priest guide today, but where can I find Enzlin spreadsheets? Oh, I can link it to you, man. Yeah, Enzlin is awesome, dude. He's in the Discord as well if you want to hit him up. He said he was happy to, like, talk to anybody. Enzlin is a really, really smart priest guy. He's done a lot of prep work for Classic. What are the differences between the damage of all lock pets? So Imp is going to push out more damage, and Void Walker... Well, I don't know. Actually, to be honest with you, dude, I don't know how it's going to... I assume it's going to... They're going to have different power spikes. But in theory, an Imp should do more damage, right? Provide a little more utility through Blood Pact as well. But, yeah, I haven't really tested that. What do you even drink? I'm drinking right now Diet Coke right here. Diet Coke. How are warlocks compared to other classes, would you say, in your opinion, like lower, upper tier? I absolutely love warlocks as far as their leveling efficiency. As a hunter, you know, your advantage over a warlock, as a hunter is your movement speed. You have a little bit kind of more finesse with your pet too. But as far as pure grinding efficiency, I may be in the minority here, but I think warlocks, if you were to sit in a static location like a high density area for 3 hours, I think a warlock is going to pull ahead of the hunter as far as pure like grinding efficiency, and that's very appealing to me. But again, the warlocks, they suffer from the lack of mobility. They don't have any movement boosting abilities or talents. But I think they're kind of the king of grinding. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but the fact that you can juggle multiple mobs, freely use both health and mana interchangeably.
It's true. They also don't run out of arrows.
Very true. You get that free level 40 mount too. Demonstrate Druid next. Yeah, I can demonstrate Druid. It's really not... Actually, no, there's some fun stuff to demonstrate. Aren't mages the king of grinding?
AoE grinding, yeah.
Potentially, dude. I don't know. I still don't think they're gonna beat out a warlock or a hunter. Some people put them up on tier 1. Some people like Gilnash, he puts mage up on tier 1 and warlock on tier 2. I don't agree with him there. The thing is about mages, especially on fresh too, you're not gonna have access to a lot of these amazing grind spots that give you those really big monstrous XP per hour peaks. They're going to be contested. There's a lot of ways to mess with the mage. It's AoE grinding. So let's see. So we can do another straw poll real quick. We'll see what you guys want to see next. Straw poll. Class. Put hunter on there as well. Warrior, rogue, paladin, priest. We did shaman already. Mage. Okay. So here's the straw poll, guys. Go ahead and vote. See which ones you want to see. For those of you just tuning in, we are doing kind of a class leveling impromptu workshop thing.
Yeah, like nobody could potentially pull more mobs than a mage, but overall you're right. Like they're like fourth maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd probably put him third in my mind. Or actually, no, you might be right. Yeah, actually. But again, a lot of it's going to come down to the skill of the player. It's hard to theory craft that stuff.
Yeah, it's true. You can't do it.
The one thing that I would say that I think is kind of not something that's super intuitive, but based on my just experience playing private servers, and a lot of this stuff could be due to the messed up values on private servers. I'm totally open to that. But I think feral druids are amazing at leveling. They're amazing, and especially like on K3, we saw server first was a druid, Colroids, right? We've seen private servers in the past where druids have been server first. And I think people sleep on druids a lot. Now, that could be partially due to maybe bug XP on some druid quests. That could be front shredding playing a factor there. But druids level very efficiently, and I'm a huge fan of druids.
I'm actually kind of just really interested to see people push them a lot in Classic. If they do, then you'll see for sure. But I do believe you're right.
Yeah. All right, so Druid had a decisive victory, literally like over double anything else, followed by Paladin, interestingly enough. So we're going to go with Druid now.
Hyped it up too much.
Hyped it up. We hyped it up. So we're going to do Druid now. Thanks again, everybody tuning in, man. Almost 450 on YouTube. We got 63 on Twitch. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Front stabbing makes it insanely faster. It is true. It is true. Front stabbing is really good. And the thing that's interesting is that the whole talent builds are going to change. Like the way you build out either a rogue or a druid IMO is going to change based on if front stabbing is a thing. So we'll do druid now.
When you get to mage, I would like tell people it's like if you're going to play in a group, you wouldn't be AoE grinding anyway. Not realistically.
Yeah, so I learned a lot of interesting stuff about druids. I'm actually really excited for this one. There's a lot of stuff to unpack here. Did we test Paladin already? We didn't do it yet. I'm glad. It seems like you guys are enjoying this though. I'm so happy. I'm so happy you guys can enjoy this, man. I love your videos, man. Greetings from Costa Rica. Hell yeah, dude. Where are you guys from? I'd love to know where you guys are at in the world. You prefer people watching on stream or Twitch? It's all the same to me, man. I'm happy that people even care enough to watch. Did someone test front stabbing? Yeah, front stabbing, no bueno. No bueno, doesn't work. Netherlands, Romania, Poland in the house. NYC! Scottish, where are you from, man? I'm Upper East Side, 86 in Lexington. Netherlands, Norway, Virginia, UK in the house. Norway, Swedes in the chat. UK. Escondido, California, Texas, Brazil. I love how the chat lights up. You ask people where they're from and the chat just lights up. That's awesome, man. That's great.
Dude, we're the Faroe Islands.
I'm from Azeroth. Okay. Hoboken. Yo, this guy's from Hoboken, New York, dude. Ryan, you cracked me up, man. Lol, Norway, Pennsylvania, Uganda. We got some Africa in the chat. Hell yeah, man. Belarus. Blaine says the likes to viewer ratio needs some work. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Thank you, Blaine. Thanks for plugging for me, man. Yeah, throw it a like. I think it does help the algorithm on YouTube if you do like it. I can't confirm, but people just always say that. You're from Mars? Alright, we got some galactic fans in the chat. Alright.
Yeah, it's something about, you know, like Google or YouTube metrics.
Alright, so we're gonna enable all these. Yeah, right, I don't know how it works, but I'm gonna get our buff set up here. So we'll get thorns, and where's Mark? Regrowth. Where is rejuve? Link touch. Cure poison. All one. Okay.
Shit, Alliance.
That's a bear form one. Yep. So there's some interesting stuff to unpack. Just forgive me for a second. I gotta set up. But there's some really interesting stuff with Druid. There's a lot of Druid enthusiasts, and I always hit up the Druid Discord when I'm making these guides because they're so active in there. They care so much about the class. They're really, you know, knowledgeable. So, all right. So basically, you guys know you get bear form at level 10, right? You guys get bear form at level 10, right? Oh shit, Matt.
Cheers for the guides. Getting me hyped for classic.
Hell yeah, dude. Matt Lancaster, thank you, brother. I appreciate the €5, man. I appreciate that, fam. Let's see. Did I miss something? Hell yeah, keep smashing. 46 to 64 likes within 10 seconds. Hell yeah, Blaine. Thank you, dude. Okay. That's great. All right. Let's see this. So let me get into it. All right. So you get bear form at level 10, right? Oh, those are pounds. Oh, my bad. Sorry. All right, so you get bear form at level 10, right? So it is a pretty massive power spike, and this is why it's a massive power spike. Because before getting... The thing about druids is your mana will regenerate even while you're in animal form, right? So even if you're actively using your animal abilities, like mauls, or, you know, you're in cat form, claw, whatever, those don't count as mana-based abilities. So your mana will just regenerate steadily while you're in an animal form. So IMO... You know, this is a game changer, the fact that you have an animal form. So you always want to do this. You want to spend your mana in like a big burst on something productive, whether that's like, you know, buffing yourself, or if that's, you know, just being aggressive with your damage, just, you know, increasing your kill speed, or rolling a couple hots on yourself. But you want to spend your mana in a big burst, right? So we'll even put like we'll even cast like a Wrath into a Moonfire on this thing. Maybe even another Wrath. I'm gonna go Moonfire. So I used a good amount of mana, right? I used a good amount of mana. Now we're going bear form, and we're gonna start killing stuff. So that's the general flow of combat on a druid. You're gonna want to spend your mana in a big chunk, then go into bear form, and start clawing stuff down. If you're fighting some targets that have higher attack speed, and it's 2+ targets, you can consider using Demoralizing Roar, decreasing their melee attack power. You can bash to interrupt. Pretty good. Against single target, you're going to want to use Enrage. This is going to decrease your base armor, but again, it's like by, what is it, 27%. but it's worth it against a single target. You know, if you're going up against multiple targets, you know, it's probably not going to be worth it to use Enrage, because you're going to take too much damage. But, you know, against one target, it should be fine. Wow, there's a lot of things going off. There's subscriptions going off left and right. This is crazy. Let me see the Twitch right here. Holy shit, we got another Twitch Prime sub, dude. Diggin' Riggs just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Yo, thank you so much. Sweden, Norway, Germany, Sweden, Canada in the house. Welcome, welcome. It's a beautiful world we live in. Druid has to be played almost perfect. Yes. So here's the thing that's interesting though, right? So you get cat form at 20, and most people think, myself included, when I was you know, making one of my first druids, you think like, all right, you're gonna go right into cat form. It's a new sexy ability. It's got to be the best, right? But it's really not the best until you get certain things that are important to you as a cat. Like until you get potentially stuff like what is it called? The bleed. It's called Rake, I believe. I think you get it at like 24 or something. Before then, I actually prefer to go bear. I really prefer to go bear. And the reason why is that when you go cat form, you start with 0 energy, right? So it's not going to be that efficient to front load some spells and go into cat form, because then the mob's going to get to you and you're going to have 0 energy. So I like being in bear form a lot. I actually think it's more efficient up until about 24. But anyway, so if you're going to engage a target, you're going to spend your mana on something productive. I'll probably cast 2 Wraths into a Moonfire here, and then go bear form. And then, you know, stay in bear form for probably 2-3 mobs. So I'll stay bear form. So right now my mana is starting to regenerate. Really starting to regenerate. Again, that might have been a misplay there. I used Maul when I really didn't need to use Maul there. You don't want to use your rage in overkill stuff. Just pull your rage up. Against a single target, you want to use Enrage, like I said before. Maul does a ton of damage though. Like I love when you get just a massive power spike at 10 when you get bear form. And as you're leveling on a druid, guys, don't underestimate bear form. Bear form will do very, very competitive damage throughout every stage of the leveling process, and especially when you get dire bear form at 40. It's good stuff. So if you're in an area, like let's say this is pretty dangerous to me, right? Like I'm pretty worried about dying. You have to make that decision of like, I'm gonna decrease my kill speed a little bit, but I'm gonna increase my survivability a lot. So you're gonna face that a lot as a druid. And I think oftentimes it's the correct line of play to just stay in bear form. So then once you get low and you kill a couple mobs, you're gonna pop back into caster form, roll a couple of hots on yourself. And another thing I want to comment on is the only thing that's going to be different, as far as if front shredding is not on the table, the only thing that's going to be different is you're going to be using claw. So I didn't even take talent points. Let me get into talent points as well. You're going to be clawing, and you're going to change a few talents around. You're not going to go into imp shred. So actually, 10 to 20, if you're really going super try-hard mode, it depends what your ambitions are if you want to waste the respec on this. But if you're going super try-hard, and you're trying to speed level, or if you're trying to just level as fast as possible, let's take a look at what we have access to in the feral tree. We have ferocity, which is very solid, you know, reducing the cost of your maul swipe. Let me dispatch of this guy. So what I'll probably do here is wrath. Nice resist there. I'll roll a hot, then I'll go bear form. So we have ferocity, reducing the cost of maul, swipe, claw, and rake by 1 rage or energy. So this is pretty good considering that this is your bread and butter ability. You're reducing maul by, you know, by 5. And we also have feral aggression, which you're not using that much. And the main reason you'd want to pick feral aggression is due to you know, getting that ferocious bite damage down the road. So you could also get feral instinct, which is not going to do much for your combat efficiency. Brutal impact, which is not going to do that much. And then the armor contribution is very little. So if you are really trying to level fast, actually the balance tree offers more to you. Getting a point into nature's grasp, and into going down to natural weapons. So you could do something like this. You could go nature's grasp, then go into improved nature's grasp, or even go in improved wrath. That might even be optimal here. We're going to go a few into improved wrath, and then you would proceed down to 20 doing natural weapons, because this is going to increase all the damage you deal in physical attacks in all forms by a static 10%. That 10% damage increase is going to do more for you than the early feral talents, and then you respec at 20 regardless, if you want to go that route. Okay, let me look back at the chat now. Rake sucks unless you're fighting high armor targets. Nah, man, it's gonna be more efficient than claw, Nolan. And the thing is about bleeds is it's basically pure damage, right? Because it ignores armor. So as long as you're gonna extract full value from your bleeds, use your bleeds. Use your bleeds. Now the thing is, you don't really get a really good like combo point dump till 32 on a druid. That's when you get ferocious bite. So like you could use, I think it's called rip or something, but I'd only use that against maybe elites and bosses and stuff to really get full value from it, and I'd only use it at about 4 or 5 combo points. Lower than that, you might just want to use claw. So another thing that you might want to have too that I'd consider on a druid is it's not going to be an issue until you get cat form. But you can still benefit from other ways, is to get an energy timer, so you can track ticks in your energy regeneration, and you can use stuff like Tiger's Fury. So using Tiger's Fury right before your energy tick hits is kind of a best practice. You'll be able to get that 6 seconds of slightly increased damage. Yo Cargo's your data analyzer here. Since you mentioned likes, you got 50 likes and 50 more views on YouTube. Keep the plugin going. Yeah, all right, man. Yeah, if you guys could like the stream, I'd appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it. I would. World of Warcraft is for weeaboos. Uh-oh. I didn't know I was a weeb. Okay, PC Giggle says, no, now that you have finished the leveling guides, would you mind doing a leveling BIS guide? Since doing all the 5-mans for quests could be more efficient than grinding, depending on what server pop. That might be interesting. Yeah, talk about some... Well, I mean, I have these... On my leveling guides, I have some of the noteworthy leveling gear you should look for. And BIS is going to be, you know, relative to your level. So, maybe just, you know, fleshing that out a bit and making it more complete would be good. Can you add you... yeah, I can add you, Lottie. For sure. Are you in there, dude? I don't see you in there, though. I don't see you in there. So, we're going to play US, man. But the EU fam is welcome as well. So, there's really not, like, that much to do as a bear in this bracket. But what I would say is be aggressive with your mana usage. So, like, on this boar, to really just push the limits of my kill speed, I'd probably go a couple wraths, maybe even 3 wraths, dude, now that I have the imp wrath speed. So that's what you want to do. You want to spend your mana. Look how fast this boar died, dude. We just dispatched this boar like so fast, so fast. The imp wrath. I'm actually kind of inclined to go imp wrath. If you're trying to speed level, I would go 4 into imp wrath, 1 into nature's grasp, 5 into natural weapons. That's what I would definitely do up to 20 for sure. So we can even get 1 point here. Sweet. So we'll try and push the limits of our combat efficiency here. I always say this, right? So now our mana's almost full again. We're buffed up. So we're gonna try and dispatch of like all of these watchers as fast as possible. We're gonna start with a couple wraths here. I might not even go for the moonfire because I'm thinking he might die too fast. No, it doesn't look like it though. He's actually I think we'll be able to get good value from the moonfire. So I'm gonna pool up my rage here. I'm going to try not to overkill him with rage so I can save up mauls for this next one. So this guy's dead. Next one's coming. I'm going to pop in rage. You don't want to overkill with your rage, right? So once they're getting low, you may just want to consider not finishing them with maul. So I'm going to save up this rage for the next one. I'm going to save up the rage for the next one. Engage this next target here. And we'll go for the maul dump. Ooh, big 85 crit. So we're getting a little bit low. But we should be able to survive this encounter. And then we'll pop back out the caster form, top ourselves back up, roll some hots, put our mana towards something productive, go back bear form, rinse and repeat. So at this point, I'm going to go back to caster. Going to roll some hots on ourselves. Oh my god, dude, we got pretty low there actually. So we used our mana, maybe just throw a moonfire in, go back to bear, keep the pain train going. I can add you, Lottie, yeah. Start with moonfire. You could go wrath into moonfire. Yeah, you could go wrath into moonfire. As a druid, will you be talenting feral swiftness at 21? Feral swiftness, you're talking about feline swiftness, right? Yes, you absolutely get feline swiftness as fast as possible. This is not only an in-combat movement. This is not only an out-of-combat movement speed increase. It's an in-combat movement speed increase, as long as you're outdoors, which you will be. That is so crazy. You don't have to cast Ghost Wolf. It's so good. Feline Swiftness, 100%. Get Feline Swiftness. Just beeline it down. So what I would recommend is I would go if you want to go try hard and level as fast as possible, I'd go balance. I'd go Nature's Grasp, 1 out of 1, 4 into Improve Wrath, and then I'd go 5 out of 5 Natural Weapons. I'd respec at 20 and get 5 out of 5 Ferocity, 5 into Feral Aggression, because you're going to invest into that eventual value add from Ferocious Bite when you get to 32, and then go right into Feline Swiftness. Can you confirm loot trading is into Classic? I really don't know, dude. I think that they were saying they were going to do that, though. Is Moonkin any good in PvP for vanilla? Yeah. Yeah, Moonkin is you can definitely make any spec in the game work in PvP and vanilla. There's so much like finesse in the way of engineering items and all this stuff that you can become an enthusiast for any specialization in the game and make it work. If I remember, this was a thing in vanilla, so could you test this? Do you die if you get out of bear form when very low HP on the demo? No, I can tell you right now, you're not going to die. What's your favorite character to level? Hunter. Hunter is for sure my favorite to level. I really just enjoy the class fantasy. I enjoy having a pet. I enjoy how you look, you know, the little power spikes you get. I really enjoy Hunter so much. Martin Snyder, Yo Cargo's data analyzer update, 20 more likes and 25 more views. Damn, dude, thank you. Yeah, no dungeons in the demo. Best profession in vanilla? I don't know, man. It depends. I'd probably say engineering. I mean, you're not gonna make a lot of money off engineering, but engineering is just the way to go, dude. PvE and PvP, you get a lot of value from engineering. Hunter Forever, hello again. Dave Chappelle in the house, thank you, thank you. Is dual wield leveling as a warrior ever viable? So there actually is a line of play for dual wield leveling. You pretty much go. Sorry, let me just roll a hot or two on myself and kill this thing. So if you want to dual wield level, you'd pretty much go arms and then use some of those dodges to your advantage and like overpower. And it's not, you know, there's a lot of good solid one-handers like in the early levels. So, you know, Mizoto, if that dude is still in here, who's like with Mizoto has a really good guide on this where he kind of shows a line of play where you can go dual wield for your warrior. You can go dual wield leveling. It would be arms, so dual wield arms leveling. I would recommend. I've spoken extensively with very talented warrior players. I don't consider myself a talented warrior player, but I've spoken with many of them. And mathematically, two-handed fury is going to be best pre-40. It takes some APM, though. It takes some finesse, like, to do it. But actually, hold on. Let me eat my words for a second. Because if sitting is not going to proc and rage, it might be arms, actually. It might be arms. I'm kind of eating my words right now because you're not going to be able to proc that in rage on demand. Maybe not, though, because you do get that kind of a little bit later. We'll have to test it.
They'll have to fix that. That's one of the things.
Dual wield arms, dude. But dual wield arms is it's hard for me to tell how efficient dual wield arms is. I mean, it's something you can do. The main thing is with dual wielding, you just get a massive hit penalty. And the reason why it's kind of bad for warriors and not as bad for rogues is that warriors really depend on those white hits to generate rage. So if you're missing a lot, like it's hurting you in multiple ways. Whereas a rogue is the energy, the resource generation is independent of the auto attacks. So
you also don't have an option.
Yeah, you also don't have an option, right? Well, I guess you could just one-hander it.
Yeah.
Sit crit is super important. Yeah, we're gonna have to test that robo. And warrior is a very beloved class in vanilla, so we'll have to figure that out before classic comes. You know, definitely hamstring method is still gonna be very much the way to go. You know, it's gonna mitigate anywhere between 33 to 50% damage. So hamstring kiting is still definitely gonna be the way to go. No private server here, please. Yeah, we're not streaming private servers, man. Druids, though, dude, I love Druids, man. I really do. They're the underdogs of vanilla. They're so awesome, man. Like, they're great in PvP. They're the de facto flag carriers. They're awesome in groups. There's some really good hybrid specs, too, that allow you to do everything at 60. Like, it's just so much fun, man. Like, it does feel bad not having a regular res and stuff. But I do enjoy Druids a lot in vanilla. And, don't listen to people if they're telling you that Druids are just trash. They have a lot to bring to the table. They kind of arguably have some of the best raid utility in the game with Innervate. Maybe not even Battle Res if the content is super easy, but Battle Res and Innervate are nothing to scoff at. Oh shit, Hamster Wheel Gaming in the chat. What's up, Hamster? How you doing, man? How you doing, my friend? Mateus in the chat. Dave Chappelle. We're full up with celebrities today. Show some love to Hamster Wheel, guys. Hamster Wheel is a legend when it comes to classic WoW. He was here well before me. On Elysium in SM, I got a one-handed sword that had a chance to throw a shadow bolt at a mob, and I began to dual wield after that. That sounds interesting. So if sitting doesn't proc in rage, do you think it will proc wreck bomb? No, I don't think so. We tested it with like martyrdom, which is the priest talent, to see if it would proc martyrdom, and it wasn't procking it. So I think pallies are gonna hurt, bro. I really do. Going deep ret leveling as a pally feels so bad, man. So bad. So bad. Doing pretty good, man. Grats on almost 30k subs. Thank you, Hamster, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, Feral Druids. Yeah, Hamster's in the chat, dude. Hamster is a freaking legend, dude. One of the first creators I ever saw on YouTube. Just seeing the love for the game that he was showing with like him and Orkbit and Mr. GM and stuff, I was like, yo, I really want to become part of this community. Real talk.
He was the first video I ever saw about Classic.
Much love to Hamster Wheel, dude. Hamster Wheel's a freaking legend. What's your opinion on Pala gameplay in general? Dude, they're like incredibly strong. They're incredibly strong. People say that Alliance is potentially just stronger than Horde due to Paladins. I mean, there's some debate there, but
Pointless top 10 videos, fucking legendary.
Paladins bring a lot to the table, dude. So much utility. They scale really well into Nax. They have the highest HPS. I mean, HPS isn't like the most. I don't know what to say. It's not like the greatest, you know, reflection of viability. It's just it is what it is, you know. But in HPS and Nax, they're the kings of Nax. Ret DPS is like the lowest though, out of like everything in Nax, but. Oh, Karosity's in here too. God damn, we got some celebrity. Karosity makes amazing Hunter PvP videos. My favorite on YouTube, hands down. Definitely check him out. He's in the chat right now. Hey, Cargos, how are you? Do you know if the backstab bug works on the demo? It does not, man, unfortunately. It does not, man. Cargos, do you think that this demo has serious problems at the state? Some people were complaining. There's definitely some serious issues, Mateus, but it feels like the type of thing that they just rushed. They really rushed it. Stuff like LFR, like this is not going to be in the game, right? It would just be like suicide to put this into the game. They're not going to put LFR in the game. The sharding was the major pain point though. So sharding, you probably heard this so much over the past couple days, but sharding basically breaks a zone up into little mini instances. So you have like potentially hundreds or thousands of people in a zone, probably hundreds, but it feels like it's just you and 50 people because you're broken down into a little shard. So it takes away from that open world sandbox community feel of a zone. So that was the main pushback people had, and then they kind of countered saying that if we do sharding, it's only going to be in the starting zones and it's only going to be for the launch to offer a smoother launch experience. All right, so I think we covered enough Druid, right? Is there anything else? Let me think if there's anything else I can think about Druid leveling. So we got natural weapons. Another implication is that Omen of Clarity really shines with Shred, given the cost of Shred. So, you know, with a front shredding build, you're going to go right into improved Shred and then go right into balance to try and get Omen of Clarity ASAP. If the front shredding is not a thing, you're going to have to slightly alter that. It's still probably worth it going balance after going feral to get natural weapons. The 10% is really nice, but again, you also could go resto. But yeah, Druids can, you know, tank, heal, or DPS throughout every stage of the leveling experience. Very fun, solid, tier 1 levelers in my mind. If you're considering playing a Druid, frickin' do it, man. Also, gearing up as a Druid is substantially easier than gearing up on other classes. There's not nearly as much competition for your gear. And, you know, you can gear up pretty quick on a Druid. Have you tried doing Shred in front of a target? We tried doing Backstab, M-Killer. So what happens is that, like, you don't... I'll show you what it would kind of look like in a bear form. I'll find a mob. Just go to this little boar here. No sharding ever. It's a no-go. So, like, basically how you would front shred is you would attack a mob, right? And you'd get, like, right on top of it. Like, right on top of like this. This dude's glitching out. He's moving back on me, but even like this is fine. Yeah, so it's actually even closer of a range, but maybe this might even be enough, but I'd like to get a little bit closer. This is probably my ideal front shredding distance. And then you would tab back and forth like this, and the mob would start turning a little bit and kind of glitching out. And then as you would be strafing back and forth like this, your shred would light up and you could use it. It doesn't feel like you can strafe as fast, but that could just be a little visual thing. So yeah, we tried it with backstab and it wasn't working. Sharding plus loot trading equals fail classic. Brimstone. Oh, what's up, Brimstone? What's up, guys? Steven Nagy. Go play Northdale. I can't, man. Okay, yeah, that sounds like something fun. Alright, so we'll do another class now. Let me open up a straw poll. We did enough Druid. Here. For those of you just tuned in, we're doing kind of an impromptu class leveling guide workshop of sorts. We'll do another straw poll. What class you want to see next? So, let's see which ones we did. We already did Druid. We did Shaman. We did Warlock, right? We did Warlock. So we did Druid. Rogue is one option. Priest, Paladin. What am I missing here? Mage. Okay. So we'll do this little straw poll here. Just if you guys don't mind, just throwing in your vote there as for what class you want to see next. I will take like a 1-minute break. I'll be back in 1 minute. Just vote on that, and then we're gonna do the next class. Also, Lee Zez is now following on Twitch. Thank you so much. 1 second. Alright. Chair stream. What's up, Fat Gucci? It's a demo. We got Dan, Patchouli, Victisen, Toby Goon, Katie Round. Oh, there's a straw poll, Katie. I'll put it in again. But we're doing like a class leveling workshop. So definitely vote on this. So would Feral or Balance be better for someone new to Classic? Definitely Feral, dude. Definitely Feral. You could level as Balance. You can level as anything. But definitely Feral, man. 100%. So just need a lot of drinks. So the thing about like the casters, like the real heavy casters, and I haven't tested this too much myself, but I think people will like use spells, stagger their spell usage all the way through the fight, and then drink after. I don't know if it's gonna be more effective to like maybe use 3 spells and then use your white melee attack to finish them off to get that spirit-based mana regeneration ticking up sooner. That could make it a little bit more efficient, but then again, you're losing out on the kill speed a lot potentially. So anyway, let's see what we got here. The results. Oh my god, we have a tie, dude. Paladin and Mage are tied. Vote, guys. Vote, because we're tied right now between Paladin and Mage on the straw poll. I got some Twitch subs. Thank you so much for telling me that. Oh my god. Let me see. Did I? No Twitch subs yet. I don't think, at least, unless I'm crazy. Alright, let's see. Refresh results. Alright, Mage seems to be pulling ahead, so let's go Mage. Let's go Mage next.
So glad I was the deciding factor.
Was that you?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Alright, we'll go Mage now. We'll go Mage. We'll go Mage. Alright. Thank you everybody for tuning in today, guys. I know you guys have a lot of options as far as streamers go. There's a lot of people streaming these days. I feel very, very privileged that you guys are here and giving me a shot. Mage 1, yep. I just voted Mage. Yeah, Mage 1.
Damn, pulled ahead even further.
Yeah. Use a big damage stave as a moonkin and hit the mob after 4 spells. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Toby. Like, doing something like that might be optimal. Opinion about sharding and loot trading? Not a fan of either, man, to be honest with you. Hungover from That's funny, man. Alright, let's go Mage. I think I messed up the talents on this guy. Let me delete this guy and make him again. Alright. I guess we'll go Horde. Alliance. Let's go Horde. We're just Alliance. Undead Mage for the win. Let me get the jacked up hairstyle. Let's get the bedhead hairstyle. Where was it?
Hey, my man.
That dude, you started the trend, dude. You're a trendsetter.
Yes, yeah.
Dude, you guys like this hair? This hair cracks me up, dude. It's like the ultimate memer hair. There we go. This guy's looking sharp, man. Stud muffin. The server is server 13. Asa Darion. Vertina hair for the win.
Oh,
Is that what Harry
Vertina
uses?
again.
Aspen Gold hair. Yo, Cargo's data analyzer checking out. Got an exam tomorrow. I'll mail you my fee somewhere tomorrow, dude. Thank you, Martin, for stopping by today, man. Good luck on your exam tomorrow. All right, time to spend 10 minutes making my bars. All right. So,
Hair like that kind of makes having slow fall pointless, but you know.
Alright, so we're gonna do the wand weaving for sure. So we'll put wand in this here. Put this. Okay, so this is gonna be an interesting one, guys. This is gonna be kind of controversial too. This is gonna be really interesting. Because I'm a little torn. So the standard way to go. I'll first present the standard way to go. The standard way to go, which is you're really not gonna get much controversy doing it this way, is you're gonna go Frost, and you're going to start with 2 points into Elemental Precision first, which is going to give you more spell hit, and then you're going to move into, so you're going to move 3 points into it, right? So once you get 3 points into Elemental Precision, you will be capped against mobs that are 2 levels higher than you and below, right? So that's going to be better than going into reducing the casting time on your Frostbolt by a fraction of a %. So that's the standard way to go. And you're going to go down Frost, and then you can make the choice of whether you want to go a Frostbite build. If you're not going to AoE, maybe you're going to respec later. Frostbite is quite good in that sense. It's kind of more PvP-oriented build. But not taking Frostbite allows you to AoE grind. Frostbite is the only hard stop that you have as a mage. If you take Frostbite, you really can't AoE grind. It's going to be a nightmare. So, so after talking with a bunch of mages about this, and theory crafting, and just these different mages like T Mugsy and North sharing their years of experience, they were kind of advocating for going an Arcane Missiles build. An Arcane Missiles build up to 20, and then potentially respecking. So we don't have enough talent points right off the bat to get the Arcane Subtlety into Arcane Missiles, but if I look at my guide, let me look at my guide. I'm pretty sure you get Arcane Missiles first anyway. So it is single target T Mugsy. Yup, so you get 5 out of 5 improved Arcane Missiles. It seems like a meme, but it's kind of insane, guys. You have a 100% chance to avoid interruption caused by damage while channeling Arcane Missiles. So the damage rotation is to start with a Frostbolt or whatever, and then once the mob starts getting in range for you, where you're going to start dealing with pushback, going for the Arcane Missiles. So we're going to go improved Arcane Missiles right into Arcane Concentration, going for that clear casting. Now, it seems like you might want to go Arcane Focus or Arcane Subtlety here, but T Mugsy in particular was really stressing the idea that even at end game, in end game, progression when people are trying to itemize most optimally, sometimes mages will drop hit. will drop hit in exchange for more damage. So this is one way to go, right? So we're gonna try this out on stream right now. We're gonna try this out. Could you touch on professions for the classes too? Sure, yeah. It depends what your goals are in the game. If you're trying to level as fast as possible, I would just take skinning, and then just do professions when you get higher up. But I mean, you have some flexibility if you want to pick some stuff that synergize with each other, like tailoring and enchanting is always a good option. Is always a good option for sure. You can also make your wand. If you on a fresh server, there's some good guides out there that I've been learning about where you can, you know, rush to make your own wand, a greater magic wand, because greater magic wand is so strong and it will carry you into like the mid-20s even. So greater magic wand is nice to craft for yourself. So we will go through it. So pretty much you want to go. Man, we got some subscriptions coming in. Let me look at the Twitch. Doesn't vanilla cap at 50 gold respec? Yeah, it's 50 gold respec. Yep, at cap. Enchanting is why alts was invented. Yep. You got some flexibility though. I do think like the most try-hard line of play as far as professions though is to pick up skinning, maybe even mining if you want. But skinning and then just vendoring all the skins. So we'll try to engage this target with our fat arcane missile combo. So pre like in the really early stages, like pre 1 to 10, you're gonna get different ranks of fireball and frostbolt. So you're gonna just like alternate between them. And then at this stage now, since we have full 5 out of 5 improved arcane missiles, we'll start opting for the arcane missiles. So let's start off with let's make sure we're buffed. Frost armor. We don't have int either, huh? We don't have int. We have this on our bars. Fire blast. Should make some water too. Conjure water. Conjure food. Feels good, man, making water. Wow. Put that here. Have you tried playing with classic graphics? I like the new graphics better. Someone made a chart on fire frostbolts at levels. Yeah, I got one in my mage leveling guide, Mia. I'm going to get together with North this week and update it, though, because he's learned a lot from the demo. And because clear casting operates in a way where it's not going to... So there was a big debate, right? Where people were wondering if clear casting was going to proc on hit. So if I walk up to 10 mobs, right, and I use Arcane Explosion, will I get a 10% chance to proc clear casting on each mob, or is it just per spell cast? So it turns out that it's per spell cast. So we gotta so that's gonna change some stuff around with North's build. So we're gonna update the mage guide this week, but this is kind of the potential rotation at this stage. We're gonna open up with a frostbolt on this Plane Strider, max rank frostbolt, and then we're gonna go right into fat arcane missiles, dude. No pushback, dude. Feels good, man. Then we'll probably go into a come on, hit him with the... There you go. So that's what it's going to look like. You have when you have max rank arcane missiles, you have a 100% chance to avoid interruption caused by damage while channeling arcane missiles. So this build I think is really viable up to 20. I forgot what the exact breaking point was. The respec. Let me look at the guide. Yeah, so at level 20 you're going to respec frost and pick up your kind of frost kit. So you're going to get elemental precision, 2 out of 5 improved frostbolt, imp nova, permafrost blizzard, and you're going to start going into your AoE build. So you can really start potentially AoE grinding at that stage if you want. So one thing to point out is when I first leveled my mages and I was kind of a noob and I didn't really understand spell hit and stuff, you kind of might want to go with improved frostbolt. It might seem like the most obvious choice, but it's really not. That's just one thing I want to stress a little bit. You want to go elemental precision. This is actually... Maxing out your frostbolt is really actually on the back burner until you get to like the 30s, you know, until you get to like the 30s or something. It's not actually a super high priority to max the frostbolt. Having a 1-second frostbolt though, rank 1 frostbolt has some pretty substantial PvP implications, so it is something you do want to spec into, and you're going to have to be a little bit dynamic with it based on, you know, the flow of the server. Maybe you're in a more PvP oriented area. Maybe you want to pivot a little bit and put more points in to improve Frostbolt earlier to get that rank 1 Frostbolt. But we'll engage some more targets here using this Arcane Missiles rotation. Okay. So let's engage this target here. So we'll start with a couple Frostbolts, probably 2 Frostbolts into a Arcane Missile. 0 pushback, dude. Feels so good, man. That's looking super efficient, man. That is looking super efficient. Look at that. Look at that. Mage has to drink after every mob. Dude, I'm at like full still. So we'll kill another one. This is looking like a 2 Frostbolt into Arcane Missiles type of thing. Unlucky resist. So I'm just free casting Arcane Missiles in this thing's freaking face, man. It feels so good. 0 pushback on the Arcane Missiles. Tell me that does not look efficient, man. That's sexy right there. That is sexy. That's what I would do actually. I would go this Arcane build, then respec at 20. We were seeing the implications of the resist there, you have to say, because if we were capped, he wouldn't have resisted that. So we'll do some more. It's looking like we'll be able to get 3 Frostbolts. Just a little bit slower, but can you Frostbolt a mob to see the mana difference? Oh, the guide? Yeah, sure. I'll link the guide for you guys. This is the mage leveling guide. So I have all the class leveling guides done. They're all done, all 9 classes. If you want to check them out, there's the link to it. Will front stabbing be a thing in the new engine? Yeah, the front stabbing's likely not gonna work, dude. It's likely not gonna work. Did you say which class you're leveling first? I'm going to level a hunter first, most likely. Chonky Fire 98. Likely gonna level a hunter first. Front stab and front shed do not work. Argos, thank you. So we'll do a couple more here. So we can look at it. I mean, if you ever want to find out the DPME of something, you literally just take the mana cost divided by the damage. Right now it's saying Frostbolt deals 51 to 58 frost damage. You got the slow on there, and it's for 50 mana, as opposed to 75 damage for 85 mana. So I can do the calculation right now. It's what, 75 for 85 mana. Okay, it's 1.13 versus. Let's take the median, so like 54 or something divided by 50. 1.08. So Frostbolt is marginally better DPME at this stage, but very marginally so. But again, that's going to change based on when you get different ranks of the spells. So it's always like that stair step power progression. You know what I mean? Depending on what I might get a new rank of Frostbolt next level at 16 or something like that, and that's going to change things for you. So you always want to just like keep an eye on your spells and adapt your rotation accordingly. What's the deal with add-ons like Questy? Are they returning? I'm sure we're going to have all those add-ons again, man. I think we're going to get all those add-ons again. Flame Tongue does 100% the damage on every hit. I'm not sure, dude. I'm not sure. Old undead animations, yes, indeed. The undead casting animations are great. So the vanilla add-ons will have to be rewritten, yep. So we'll kill a few more targets here. So if you have any questions about mage leveling, maybe even AoE stuff, AoE grinding, I'm no expert there, but I was able to learn a lot. Man, that just feels so good, doesn't it? The efficiency on that just feels so good. You're only 1 level below, and we're killing them with barely any mana expenditure. pushback on the arcane missiles just feels so good, man. It really does. Was Shemi dual wield classic? Nah, there's no dual wield Shemi in classic. There's gonna be an ass load of add-ons. LVUI for classic? Yeah, I'm sure we'll have everything, boys. We'll have everything, man. We'll have everything. I wonder how that's gonna impact things, though. Maybe we're gonna get some new add-ons we never had in classic before. You know, maybe that'll be weird. This is feeling buttery smooth, though. I don't know. I mean, it feels super efficient doing it this way. Oh, barely made it perfect. But look at this arcane. What's that? Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I said Blizzard's gonna monitor the add-ons, the API, and if anything disruptive, you know, they'll probably stop, like LFG or something like that. They would probably step in and change that up.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys can think of, add-ons that we have in retail right now that might detract from the spirit of the game in classic? Anything that may be a little questionable?
Exactly.
So another thing, Eric, which is interesting, is that apparently you can AoE grind as early as level 14. I should have Arcane Explosion, right? Yeah, so I have Arcane Explosion. So, like North, who's he streams like 12 hours a day, and he's just like AoE grinding all day. Dude is an expert AoE grinder. Like nobody can really contest that. North is a badass AoE grinder. Irish, you know, he's just always streaming. He's so good at what he does. And his whole strat towards like speed leveling a mage was to have people mob tag him, get ahead a little bit of the pack, and then start AoE grinding at level 14 on the Savannah High Mains out here in Barren. So he was like going out probably over here, I think, in the the grasslands, and starting into AoE grind with just Nova and Arcane Explosion, and then eventually Flame Strike, which it was amazing. I really didn't think you were able to, you know, you'd be able to AoE grind that early and in that manner. Mouse over macro, says Jose Mauricio Reyes. Yeah.
He's a bit of a mage legend.
He has, yeah, gear score. Can't wait to play with a rogue rush to 60 and do BRD pickpocket runs all day. I hope weak aura will be made. Makes life a lot easier for like paladins to remember buffs. Yeah, I think they'll make that. Can it be summer already? Hell yeah, man. Condraw says, Cargos, will your guild focus on hard pushing to 60 at first, or just forming up a strong community? The community is the #1 thing of the guild. We will have a strong community. I can't guarantee anything else. We may not be the best players. We may not progress the fastest. We may not be, you know, the best in PvE or PvP, but we will have a strong community. The idea right now is to do like kind of a 2-part guild. We'll have a bigger guild that's open to pretty much anyone who's cool, you know, players of all skill levels, people that have a good, you know, positive, healthy mindset, you know, welcome people into the social guild, like a broader guild. And then we'll have a smaller guild for people that want to do progression rating, that want to rank, and it'll be a little bit more vetting and stuff there. So it's going to be kind of a 2-part guild, and we'll have our own like shared channels, like shared chats, right? Shared chats. So our own text chats and stuff. So there will be some interaction there. So if you guys are interested, that's definitely something that's happening.
Speaking of which, Theta's wanting you to apply so he can make you officer, I guess. Saw that.
Oh, someone said that?
Yeah, Theta.
Oh. You make him officer? Yeah, let me make him Discord mod and stuff. Let me see.
Yeah, he wanted you to apply to the guild so he could make you officer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should apply. I should do that. I also just made you a mod in the Discord, Theta. Am I European or from USA? Do I seem European? I don't know. That's kind of a compliment, I think. I don't know. No, I'm USA, man. I'm American. He's obviously American. Have you seen the size of his soda? I love that comment. This says it all, guys. This says it all.
There's a soda in the U.S. Army cap.
There you go. Yep. This says it all right now. I know this is triggering just about everybody from every continent right now with this soda. This soda size.
I mean, yeah, even being in the U.S., I think that's absurd.
I want those soda sizes in my country. Freedom Cup. Freedom Cup, dude. This is the double gulp from 7-Eleven, guys. This is insane. I don't even know how many ounces this is. If this was real soda and not diet, I'm pretty sure I would get diabetes like immediately. This is like lethal sugar right here. If this was real soda, I'm just gonna die a different death, aspartame related. I'm in an inner conflict still. Classic 2004. I was every time a healer. I do only PvE. I show the loot tables. It seems okay. Your thoughts? What do you mean, Magrathea? So you're thinking about going arms warrior? You're thinking about not healing in classic? 52 ounces. Is that what it is? Let me look it up, dude. Double gulp size. This is the biggest soda in America, I think. Double gulp size is 64 ounces. 64 ounces. There you go. That's what it is.
64 ounces of cancer. That is insane.
Yeah, dude. Draktok says, man, one thing I'm not looking forward to in Classic is raid rotations, i.e. mage rotation is basically spamming one spell. Okay, so Draktok, I actually like that, dude, because I played a hunter in a raid environment 3 times over, and hunters have to work for it, man. Managing your pet positioning, you know, deciding whether you're going to use the full or the clipped version of your damage rotation cycle, just making sure to min-max every single auto shot. It gets exhausting, dude, and you get jelly of people that are just like...
Well, that changes with mage too. That's only in like MC and stuff at the beginning.
Yeah, for sure. But
You have 2 rotations. It's Frostbound. Oh shit, it crit. Okay, 1.
there you go. There you
Right.
go. Yeah. So let's see here.
Story.
64 is like 2 liters, is it? I don't even know, dude. It's friggin' huge though, dude. This is insane. This is just a meme, dude. A double gulp. So in other words, it's about 1 gallon. No, it's about a half gallon, I think. 1.97 liters. There you go. 2-liter cup is pretty damn big, Raffle. That's funny, man. Alright, so do you guys have a pretty good understanding of mage? Last chance if you have any mage questions. We'll move on to the next class.
The worst part about that's not even like the biggest thing. I see people taking their own like plastic, you know, what's that brand? That Therma something brand, you know what I'm talking about, for like camping? They go into like a gas station and fill it up.
At the fountain machine? That's hilarious,
Yeah.
man. Oh my
It's like-
god, dude.
They'll bring in like 72 ounce, like, you know, plastic jugs and just fill them. It's
Fact, if you don't live within 200 meters of a McDonald's, you're not American. 200 meters? Dude, that's so small, dude. We qualify with our rifles with longer than 200 meters.
right?
Now you know why Cargos has to get up to walk his dog so frequently on stream. There you go, man. Why can't mages use two-handed axes, man? I'm surprised you weren't able to in the demo, man. Biggest you have is a 0.5 liter cup. Where are you from, Alexandros? That's like reasonable. Another thing too is like you guys in other countries, you don't have ice really as much, right? Ice isn't like as much of an expectation. Like we expect ice, dude, and we expect a lot of ice in America, dude. You get a soda here with no ice, you're gonna say something. All right, but let's kill a few more mobs here. If you have any final mage questions, air them right now. We'll move on to the next class. Again, to recap, 10 to 20 if you're going super tryhard mode and you're down to respec and just like face that respec cost. I think that this arcane build is going to be the way to go, and you can just demonstrate its efficiency right now. Having 0 pushback is just so nice, so nice. So the rotation is a couple frost bolts into an arcane missiles. Easy clap on the mob right there. Ice or ice, because we don't have a land border here in Australia. Mr. Jonathan, 1981, just subscribed. Thank you, man. Is there any benefit to casting Dampen Magic? Yeah, if you're going up against a caster, potentially, but it's just, I mean, if you're, yeah, I mean, it's worth it, I guess, right? Like, if you're buffing yourself and you're just, like, drinking and you want to just get full buffs, definitely put Dampen Magic on. That's pretty much it. You can also I don't know if we tested this on the demo, but you can also move and drink at the same time if you're down to like waste mad water. So I don't really see that much of a practical use of doing that unless you're really just trying to get rid of your old water and transition into a new water source. But what you can do is you can get an energy ticker on a mage, And the energy ticker doesn't just track like energy ticks. It just tracks ticks in general. Like ticks in Classic are just 2 seconds. So you can download an energy ticker, and then as this little bar is filling up, basically at 90%, or what is it? I have it on the guide right here. I'll demonstrate it real quick. So it's basically at yeah. So you're gonna drink when this. So imagine there's an energy ticker right here, right? And it's ticking up. It's going like blip, blip, blip. As it gets to like 85, 90%, you're going to sit down and drink, right? And then as soon as it finishes the bar, you're going to move. Then you're going to move. Then you're going to move. And you should be able to get full value from your water, which is crazy, while you're still moving. So it's kind of a super try-hard, pretty impractical thing, but it's just kind of funny to mention. Steve Shaw, is there any major differences from the originalness version? Just found your stream. There's a lot of issues with the demo, Steve. Ultimately, I'm still glad the demo's here. I'm glad we get to taste Classic a little bit and not have to, you know, and you know, I'd rather the demo exists than not exist. But there's a lot of issues with it. The main one being sharding. But Blizzard has since made a statement saying that sharding will only be in the starting zones, and only for a limited time, right when a fresh server. But it doesn't feel like private servers. It doesn't feel like private servers. Okay, we got Frosty Baby in the chat. Well, I guess you could make the argument that every rotation in retail WoW is one spell. No, there's some different rotations there. As a hunter, you're using multi-shot. You're using your auto shot. I mean, it depends on if you need to dump mana or not. But yeah, aim shot, multi-shot. So, what level do you recommend to respec if you take the arcane missiles route? At 20. At 20. Yeah, 20. I have it all in the Mage guide if you want to go to the Mage video and check it out. But, you know, basically the best path to level as a Mage is you do want to respec, and then don't take Frostbite. This is going to give you a hard stop as far as AoE grinding. And then the way it was explained to me by the really good mages is that don't expect to have like these amazing spots at your disposal, like to be uncontested and just have free reign over these amazing AoE grinding spots. Just kind of be adaptive. So just go about your way questing. But let's say I'm just questing and then I just see a little area and I go, wow, there's a lot of mobs over here. Like this would be a nice little AoE pull. And then just AoE pull this area, right? It doesn't have to be like a hard commit. Like I'm going to AoE grind for the next 3 hours. Just like pivot. If you see a good opportunity to AoE grind and the spot opens up to you, then do it. And the only thing that's going to prevent you from AoE grinding is Frostbite. So probably don't take a Frostbite talent. But if you are new to Mage, because AoE grinding is a bit tricky, even myself, like I'm not a good AoE grinder. I can kind of do it, but it takes some practice. You might want to consider just going a Frostbite build. It's going to be stronger in PvP and better as single target if you're just going to go single target. So we'll switch classes now. We'll switch classes. We'll kill one more actually, because I actually love this Arcane Missiles build. It's so fun. So fun. A couple Frostbolts. Into an Arcane Missiles. Look at this. No pushback. The value, dude. No pushback. No pushback.
Yeah, that, but I might actually give it a try.
Isn't that so juicy, dude? No pushback. It's so fun to do this Arcane Missile build, I have to say. I'm actually having fun killing these things. Full value from the Frostbolts. No pushback. Right into an Arcane Missiles. Pushback is like, you know, when a mob melees you, right? And you're casting something, it'll chip away at your cast. Cargoes is still the only usable tank is Warrior. Back in time with my prop pally, I used all my mana on dungeons. No, man, you can, as far as like dungeons and 5-man content, Shamans can sort of tank them. It's definitely kind of suboptimal, but you can tank as a Shaman. There's Shamans that have tanked even like Stratholme and stuff. You can definitely tank as a Druid. Druid is my best leveling tank. I love having a Druid tank. I love Druids in dungeons. And then Paladins can tank as well. I don't know too much about it, but the main limitation with Paladin tanking is that like spell plate doesn't really exist, and you have a lot of mana issues, so you're like drinking after every mob. And of course you don't have like a hard taunt or anything like that. What talents would you recommend as Mage? Yeah, so we're saying, Mushi, this is the last thing, then we'll switch classes right now. 1 to 20, if you're going super tryhard and you don't mind respecking. Going improved arcane missiles into arcane concentration. And then opening up with Frostbolt into arcane missiles is going to be probably best till 20, then respec Frost and start AoE grinding. So let's move on to the next class. Super Nom, hey Cargos, you the man, bro. Best demo streamer. Thank you, dude. Wow, dude. What a nice compliment, man. What a nice compliment. Thank you, bro. RP NP7. Since you've talked to top end warriors, I'd like to ask you: Bis geared Nax warrior, tank DPS best racial. I mean the Bis for like Horde. For Horde, Bis PVE is gonna be Orc, right? For sure. Bis tank is gonna be Tauren, most likely. Yeah, Tauren. And then for Alliance, it would be. You're going to get some people that are going to fight about it, because some people say the expertise on the swords is going to equate to more TPS and stuff. Some people are going to say the dodge mitigation on a Night Elf is pretty valuable. And then you
Tanking,
also... Yeah, for tanking. And then... Is that... And then some... No, that's pretty much it, right? Let me see. What am I...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then for PvP... For PvP... oh, no, we're not talking PvP. We're talking about tank and DPS. So for DPS, it's going to for sure be... going to be human, for sure. The glancing blow, the expertise reducing the glancing blow percentage really helps a lot. It really helps a lot. Threat per second is everything. Expertise, more TPS. Yep. So but people are gonna fight about that as far as Bis PVE Alliance tank. But you'll be all right, man. Just play what you like at the end of the day. All right, so we're gonna do another class now. I'm not sure if you guys are enjoying these, but I'm having a good time. It's a nice, chill stream today. Let's go into the next one here. New straw
I think everyone's
poll.
pretty happy as long as there's like classic to be being watched.
Classic to be watched. Alright, so we
Pretty
did
sad when it goes away.
we did Warlock, we did Mage, Priest, Paladin. I think that's it. We did Shaman, we did Druid, right? Okay, so this should be there's 4 left.
I heard troll tanking was pretty good. Is that true?
Troll tanking? How would it be good?
I don't know. Somebody's saying Twitch. I've heard about it. I don't know. I'm not a warrior guy, so.
Okay, so we got some of these. Shaman tank is silly, maybe some easy leveling dungeons, but realistically, nothing at 60. Druid is great. You may become a new meta for max threat. Yeah, so like Taladrill, my close friend who we're working on Classic WoW Live together, he's done progression bear tanking through Dax. There's actually some fights where it's more advantageous to be a Druid. There's some fights where it's not as good, stuff in like Mayx and stuff. But the Druid community has proven mathematically that bears can hold their own, man, and I love that. Like I said, I freaking love Druids.
He says troll tank is best for main tank, the haste buff, I guess.
The haste? But I don't know, man. Really? It's only 10% haste, though. It's 10% haste. I don't know, man. I don't know too much about like that stuff, but it's interesting. I've never heard that before. Interesting, man.
Some popular opinions there on Twitch, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got as far as the. There's a straw poll, guys. So Nibbin, what's up? We got the member Nibbin in the chat. What's up? How you doing? I'm doing great today, Nibbin. How you doing, man? How are you, Nibbin? Good to have you in here, man. Good to have you. Have we done Warrior? No, we haven't done Warrior yet. We haven't done Warrior. So we'll drop this straw poll again. Vote, guys. We're doing for those of you just tuning in right now. We're doing just a kind of impromptu class leveling workshop. We're just going through all the classes, answering questions, chilling out today. Yes, for threat as Bis, you need burst threat with so high DPS. Interesting, dude. I mean, yeah, that's so. Raid encounters are balanced around threat, so having more threat, there's definitely a line of reasoning where just the most threat possible is going to be Bis. You going Horde at launch? I always played Horde since vanilla, but was really thinking about rolling Alliance this time around to keep it all fresh. Yeah, dude, Alliance is great, man. Alliance is great. If you haven't experienced that side of the things, man, more power to you. I love the questing on Alliance. The quests are so good, like the original Duskwood, Red Ridge, Elwyn, that whole area, man, so good. But yeah, we are going Horde, yeah. We're starting a Horde guild. Okay, let's do one. Tips out calling the police on Alex Central? Oh, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that, bro. I'm just trying to keep it drama free. I'm just trying to stay in my lane right now. Okay, Priest. Priest 1. Like, Decisively, dude. Priest just won.
Yeah,
by-
priest love.
Priest love. Okay, we'll do priest.
People raving about your priest guide. I mean, they fell in love with that thing.
Oh, that's good. It doesn't really have many views on it. I think the timing around BlizzCon demo really gimped the
Yeah.
priest guide. But that's
I
alright.
just remember seeing a bunch of people asking for it and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh shit. We got $10 donation from Blaine, Texas, dude. Damn, dude. You just keep hitting me with the love, Blaine. Thank you so much, bro. Hype for the likes. Yeah, buddy. Thank you so much, Blaine, dude. You are the man, dude. I swear.
Have you applied to the guild, Blaine?
Sorry, say that again?
Hype for likes,
Have you
yeah,
applied
buddy.
to the guild, Blaine? I will find you.
He will find
We'll
you.
find you.
He was waiting for the priest guide. The priest guide was one of the best videos I've ever seen on Classic WoW. Thank you, Hans. Damn, dude. I didn't know if people really liked it or not. It was
Told you.
yeah. All right, let's go priest. We went horde, so we'll go alliance. Delete some of this stuff here. Card priest. Let's go dwarf priest, dude. We'll go thick mama.
Dude, Biss. Dwarf Biss.
All right, priest.
That's definitely the big thing about the alliance. You get the new one. That's so overpowered.
Yeah, especially early on. So good.
Doesn't every raid have a fear mechanic?
I never got to do the end raids, but yeah, I'm sure it's always useful.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fear mechanics, yeah. The 30-second cooldown, too, is crazy, dude. It's so short.
For the Alliance.
Rescue or something like that in Max Realms that has a fear mechanic? The Death Knight?
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of encounters, man.
Because he has a fear mechanic.
Even Stoneform for PvP and stuff. Or even, I've heard that even Stoneform can be used in raids too.
That's true.
All right, so there's oh my God, my eyes kill it with fire. Which server I'm on server 13. Server 13. We'll be doing probably PvP tournaments in a little bit. If you guys want to chill, man. Gosh, that girl is fugly, guys. Come on now, man. She's dwarf thick. We'll be doing some PvP tournaments and stuff. So if you guys want to hang out on server 13,
She's definitely got some junk in the trunk. Not lying.
drinking from a can when you have a 64-ounce cup, you American. I transition into the beer, dude. If it's after 10:30 a.m., I transition into the beers. Am I American?
Here in the U.S.
Yes, I'm American. The dwarf female is a very accurate representation of the American female. Oh man, dude. Let's see here. Okay, there's some stuff to unpack here. All right, let's do the bars a little bit. So I'll try and talk and do it at the same time. So the first real consideration. So there's two talents that carry a priest. So like the first thing you should realize about leveling a priest is that if you have these two talents, you're actually pretty flexible. You can kind of do what you want. And the talents I'm talking about is wand specialization and spirit tap. Spirit tap is so freaking good, and it's pretty much the reason why you stack spirit as a priest, other than basically like spiritual guidance, which is gonna, if you want to go like smite spec, and it increases your spell damage and healing by up to 25% of your healing at max rank. So the debate is whether you take spirit tap or wand specialization first. So this is my thought process on it. If you're on a fresh server and you're not going to have access to a wand, the earliest vendor wand you can buy is at level 15 or 16. Then obviously don't take one spec. Go spirit tap first. But if you're on a server where you can get access to a lesser wand, or if you have a strategy in mind to like get your own wand going ASAP, which there are strats, you can go like tailoring, you can get a bunch of cloth, you can get some leather, you can start disenchanting stuff, then you can then go wand spec, right? So the other thing the reason why I kind of gravitate more towards going wand first is that the early game regen is just really high, right? It's really high in general, so you don't really necessarily need that spirit tap regeneration. And I actually tested this out with like greater magic wand and stuff. When you get the full 5 out of 5 improved wand, like you're dealing like 4 to 5 damage more per wand shot, which I think is kind of impactful, right? Spirit Tap Wand Spec. Hamster still chilling in the chat. Hell yeah. Female dwarves got that cushion for the pushing. Yeah, I'd love to see some dungeons too. Too bad they weren't included for sure. I go Wand Spec first because low level regen. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. And for those, some of you guys might have been here when we did that priest leveling workshop together, like when we were doing the guide together. That was really, really helpful to me. And it opened the doors with a lot of people like Eslin and other people that forwarded me a lot of that really, really good data, because there's some really good data that was shared with me, and it's in the guide right now. So anyway, I would opt for Wand Spec first. But again, if you're not going to have access to a wand, why are you going to take that? Then after Wand Spec, you're going to go into Spirit Tap. So, yeah, we're going to go into Spirit Tap. So basically what Spirit Tap does when fully ranked is it gives you a 100% chance to gain a 100% bonus to your Spirit after killing a target that yields experience. So that already is very nutty, right? But it's a 15-second buff. And the other crazy thing about it is, though, is that your mana will regenerate at 50% rate while casting. So Spirit Tap, very, very, very strong talent. Very, very strong talent. If you have improved Wand Spec and you have Spirit Tap, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna have a smooth ride to 60. There's obviously ways to min-max it from there, but that's the first thing we'll start with. Axel suggests you can alternate 1 point each level, but I don't know about that, Axel, because the thing is, like, there's a breaking point here, right? Like mathematically, you really want to get to that 60% breaking point with Spirit Tap so that you have the majority of the time it's gonna proc for you. So going back and forth just feels bad because you're just like, it's taking longer to reach that breaking point. Priests are the most OP class in the entire game, to be honest, except at 1v1 PvP. You like your priests, huh? Can I play classic with a virtual ticket? Yeah, you can play. Yeah, you can, man. I don't know if it's too late now. I don't think it's too late though. I don't think it's too late. Let's see what we got on Twitch here. I think getting 3 points into Spirit Tap, then 5 points in Wand is good. It's true Indie Zone, but the thing is, your early game regen is already really high, right? It's already really high, so you may not need it. Like, what's the point of just over regenerating? If you play correctly, you front load your shit. Like, you should be good with just the with the wand, and then getting a little bit later. So, here's some. Oh god, that's gonna pull. Okay. Where's shoot, dude? Where's shoot on here? Shoot.
That's a priest gear, tier gear. It's awesome.
Priest tier. Oh yeah, it really does, doesn't it? All right. Okay. All right. Let me recollect myself. All right, so we're going to talk about damage per mana efficiency. So like I said before, right, it's going to vary throughout different stages of the game. You're going to get different ranks of Smite, you're going to get different ranks of Shadow Word Pain, of Mind Blast, but the general hierarchy of DPME, damage per mana efficiency, Shadow Word Pain is going to give you the most. It's going to give you the best value, pound for pound, damage per mana efficiency. After Shadow Word Pain, it's going to be Mind Blast. Alright, Mind Blast has an 8-second cooldown. You can put points into it to reduce the cooldown, but the thing is, you're probably only going to use it over the course of a 15-second fight, only once per fight. So that's usually why you don't get improved talents on it. So it's Shadow Word Pain, followed by Mind Blast, and this is where it gets crazy. And this is where we did some... This is where, like, the data really helped out. Alright, we got some people in the chat, though, real quick. Watch your stream replay today. You're a really cool person. I had you subscribe from your WoW videos someday. Didn't really remember you, but your stuff is really dope. Thank you, Cry. I appreciate you, dog. Thank you, man. So, here's the crazy thing. So you guys know Holy Fire, right? You get Holy Fire at level 20. It's a longer casted ability. It has a little dot to it. I always thought, like, that has to be more efficient. And granted, there will be stages of the game potentially where you get a rank of Holy Fire, and it will be more efficient to use that compared to a Smite. But generally, if you look at the Priest leveling guide, you'll see, like, kind of the DPME for the different spells throughout the different stages of the game, all the way to 60. Smite is actually slightly more efficient than it overall. So it's something to keep in mind. And Mind Flay, up until I think it's about 45, level 45, when you have access to like Shadow Weaving and some of the other core talents that really like make Mind Flay shine. Mind Flay is your least damage per mana efficient spell. It's barely almost like just negligibly more efficient to use than using your wand. You might as well just wand. Now you still pick up Mind Flay IMO because of the utility it provides. So there's some things you can do with it. Like if there's a humanoid mob that's fleeing and you want to slow it down, it's really your only on-demand slow. So you can imagine there's going to be some use cases for an on-demand slow. So if a humanoid mob is fleeing, you can hit it with the old Mind Flay. That's going to help. Also, if you have to hit something with a fat Psychic Scream and you don't want it to run off and aggro stuff, you can Mind Flay it there. So there are some use cases for Mind Flay, and that's why I do still think you pick it up early, even though you don't integrate it into your rotation. There's no timer, Brock. No, you can play forever, pretty much, until the 8th. Will there be a point at higher levels where taking improved Mind Blast is worth it, since fights are longer? There could be, but the thing is, though, is that you generally just want to spend your mana in bursts, and you don't want to stagger your spells throughout the fight. So, you know, you should only really be fighting mobs that are tops 2 levels higher than you. And, you know, those fights are going to be, what, 15, 20 seconds or something like that. So you're not really going to use it. You're not really going to use it again in a fight. I mean, you could, but there's other talents. It kind of just ends up being you have too few talents and too much stuff. So the progression I'd recommend going, it's in the guide. I'll go over it real quick. Is you'd go Wand Spec 5 out of 5. You'd go Spirit Tap 5 out of 5. You'd go down and get Improved Shadow Word Pain because 2 out of 2 Imp Shadow Word Pain is going to give you 2 more ticks. It's going to give you 2 more ticks on your Shadow Word Pain. And it's already your best DPME option. So, you know, getting those 2 extra ticks is pretty valuable. And then the other thing is you are using, you know, your two best DPME tools, which is you know, Mind Blast and Shadow Word Pain. They're both Shadow, right? So getting Shadow Focus and capping you out at least 3 out of 5 against targets 2 levels above is going to be valuable. So you'd go 5 out of 5 Spirit Tap, 2 into Imp Pain, 3 into Shadow Focus. And then you have some options here. What I would do is I would take Mind Flay just for the sheer utility of it. I wouldn't integrate it into the rotation. You could go get some more points in Shadow, get like Improved Psychic Scream. But I think from a pure, like if you're trying to speed level a priest for some reason that's your prerogative. You're trying to get like the best priest time possible. Believe it or not, you're going frickin' Smite Spec, boys. You're going Smite Spec. After you pick up these core talents here, you're going into Holy, and you're picking up Holy Spec 5 out of 5, and you're picking up Divine Fury 5 out of 5. Kill stuff. Alright, y'all kill stuff. Is it worth not specking Shadow Weaving since you won't ever stack it above 2 or 3? No, you'll stack it above 2 or 3. I think you will, right? In the higher levels. That's an interesting point, though, actually. It's an interesting point, man. Let me zoom out a little bit. So am I buffed up? So another thing, I actually didn't test this on the demo. I don't know exactly how to test this on the demo. But on private servers, Inner Fire, which increases your armor by like 315 at this rank, it actually impacted your bubble. So if you having a bubble on, it would benefit from the armor. Okay? So it would benefit from the armor. Okay, so it would benefit from the armor. So actually, when you sit down to drink or whatever, it is worth it to keep Inner Fire up because it'll just increase the value you get out of your shield. You can go into your combat log and see how much... Oh, dude, you are the man, dude. You're absolutely right, Frederick. Can we actually test that for the world right now? Okay. Okay. So we'll test it. We'll test it. We'll test it. We'll open up with the... Alright, so we'll open up on this thing here. Alright, let's let it hit us for a little bit. So we're absorbing. We can move the combat log out. What happened to me? Was it not showing? It didn't show in the combat log. Oh no, it said absorbed. Let's put it on again. Yeah, it's not really showing here though. Isn't that weird? Am I doing something wrong? Alright, we'll just kill this thing, I guess. Okay. Well, it didn't really show how much was absorbed till maybe after. I don't even know, dude. I don't know how to test this. I give up. But okay, so let's just proceed though. We're not on a private server, Jimbo. We're on the demo. We're on the demo, dude. We're on the demo. So yeah, it's weird. It only shows how much absorbed when the shield breaks. Yeah, that is weird, right? You have to right-click the combat log and play around with settings. Settings. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is like Chinese to me. I don't know, but so pretty much, let's just proceed with that, right? Test it out at your own leisure. Inner fire will benefit your shield potentially, so keep it buffed on, especially when you do decide to man up or something like that. Just whenever it's going to be efficient to reapply inner fire, reapply it, and you're pretty much your rotation is going to look like this. You're going to start with a cast just to get value out of the cast. So we'll probably start with Mind Blast. Actually, there is a case to opening with Smite though, because it is a longer cast. So we're going to open with Smite actually, followed by Pain, followed by Mind Blast, and then we're going to go right into the wand melee, the wand weaving. So as soon as that wand goes on cooldown, you see it start to rotate around with the global, you're immediately going to go for the melee hit. And that's it. So Spirit Tap, we were lucky enough to have it proc there, and you should be able to sustain with Spirit Tap. Like, the good thing about Priest is that you pretty much never have to drink. I mean, if you're maybe you'll pull multiple mobs and you'll have to drink, right? It's not that simple. But if you're going up against like single targets and you're single target solo grinding, you should really never have to drink. It's super efficient. Like, it's hyper efficient. Your damage rotation cycle is super efficient. So what was that? Was that a donation or something? I heard something.
It was a follow.
Was it? I heard like some text-to-speech or something though. Anyway, Dorn, wow, Cargos, love your video. The detail in your videos are so impressive. Quick question for Horde Hunters. There's some debate on what race is better for leveling, Orc or Troll. It's gonna be Troll, dude. Troll's the best for leveling. Dude, easy Troll. Like, it's a marginal damage increase on your Orc. It's okay, but the bow, the bow expertise, the beast sling is actually pretty impactful. Troll is really awesome, dude. Troll is the best for leveling for sure, for sure. Are lock boxes tradable in vanilla?
No.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. Mom, is that you, Connor?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, dude? How you doing?
Hey, good. I'm glad you're streaming every day.
Hell yeah. Mia Von Mai, personally none. However, I know this much. That as a priest, you want to maximize your efficiency. And yes, that might be going disc in the early levels rather than shadow or holy. Might want to switch. Log settings, right-click settings. That was weird. Okay, I'm just catching up on the chat. So pretty much, yeah, you either want to go like pre-40. You can basically respec at shadow. You can respec shadow at 40 or 45. You can, if you really, I would personally respec at 40 for the power spike that you get with shadow form. Not only do you get offensive capabilities with this, but you get defensive you get mitigation from this. Now it kind of, your world gets a little bit shaken up though, because you can no longer use like renew on you and stuff really, because you have to pop out of shadow form. That's a holy spell. You have to really use powered shield. There are some implications to getting it early, but I think respec and getting shadow form at 40, then going back into wand specialization would probably be my best line of play. I'd go disc pre-40 and full on spirit. Yep, that's a solid. Yeah, that's definitely solid. The thing is though, Mia, so it seems like you know about pre. So the thing is though, if you look at disc, you don't really get a lot of offensive capabilities out of disc, right? Holy is going to give you a little bit more offensive potential. Disc is going to give you some more sustain though, and sustain is potentially equally as impactful as offensive capabilities, because if you reduce that out of combat time, that's That's still the same KPI. It's still seconds, minutes, and hours. Like reducing 5 seconds of out of combat time should be held equally, really, as to 5 seconds of in combat time, assuming that you're not at a level where you're gonna die or something. So okay, well, I'll kill a few more mobs, but that's kind of the general thing with priests. So.
Do you happen to know this one thing I noticed that's not on the demo, but like on private servers, you can hover over enemies through walls, and that's not on the demo. Do you know if that was in vanilla or not? Or is it just a private server bug?
Hover over... Sorry, say it again?
If there's some enemy behind a wall, you can like hover, like you can like mouse over them and target them like through the wall. You can't like, it's like still line of sight, but you can check if there's units behind walls on private servers.
I'm not sure, dude, to be honest.
Okay. It seems like a pretty big deal.
Jeez, Mist City right there.
Hey, Connor?
Yeah.
Do you want the leadership position in guild fight? Because you are a fighter.
So we need to tailor our rotation a little bit there. That was not efficient. So we're probably gonna, man, the aggro radius is just nutty on these things. Jesus, man.
No, I don't want that position. Did Twitch get back to you for your partnership, James?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh. Okay. Good job.
All right. At least Priest got options, right? Yeah, Priest got options for sure. I thought it was, you know, I thought going into the Priest guide that it seemed at first glance a little bit disappointing. I thought there was a very straightforward leveling progression, just going Shadow. But the more Priests I talked to, I realized like actually there is some flexibility. You know, you can go Holy, you can go Disc, and then 45 plus, 40 plus, you can go Shadow, and then again, go back into Disc. Interesting. I thought that an Orc's 5% pet damage increase was better overall as opposed to the Beast Slaying. Thanks for the insight. Well, 5%. Yeah, I think it's definitely. I mean, the bow specialization is really probably the biggest factor there. I mean, you also get the bonus regen and stuff like that. But all right. So I think that's it for Priest. We'll kill one more mob here, and then we'll do a little straw poll. We only got a few classes left.
Have you done Warrior yet?
Not yet, no.
Gonna go Warrior too?
I am, yeah.
Target.
Which races for Horde are best for leveling? So strictly leveling, it's gonna be Troll. It's gonna be Troll. It's like, the haste, the berserking is gonna be really the only thing that impacts spellcasting, and it's between a 10 and 30% haste buff, and then you also get the beast slaying, which is pretty nice. But that's only for leveling, which is just a small thing. But actually, Shadow Guard is quite good, dude. Shadow Guard is awesome. Shadow Guard is the Horde, is the Troll Priest racial, one of them. It actually scales really well with spell power. You can downrank it as a very small cooldown, and there's pretty much most people would say that it's stronger than Devouring Plague. Devouring Plague is a disease, can be cleansed, can be stone formed. It's extremely mana intensive. So Shadow Guard, whatever it's called, is kind of like a lightning shield for Priest.
Do you think that the 16 debuff slots in Molten Core is going to make Shadow Priests and Warlocks better for MC? Like, you think you'll be able to bring as Priests?
It'll undoubtedly make them better, yeah. It'll definitely make them a bit more viable.
Or do you think, like, it'll be like a thing now? Like, not just from ZG onward, but it'll be like, oh, yeah, we need like one Shadow Priest for MC now in our EWL.
I actually don't know, yeah.
I think it seems like impactful enough for Warlocks, especially because they benefit from the debuff slots now, too.
This guy's saying, clearly you never played vanilla if you sang Troll. Okay, Zab, please explain, dude. Please do explain your thought process, man. Please. Happy to talk about it. I'm torn between Troll or Tauren Shaman. Yeah. I'd go with Troll, probably, Galloy.
let's be honest, the racials, other than Fair War, doesn't really matter all that much. It's more an RPG than something you have to do.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have someone that actually goes for the hardcore, oh I want this because it's good. But if you feel like you identify with Dwarf or Troll, go for it. Plus they're big animals.
Alright. Let's see. Lock top, DPS, and MC, not Frost Mage flex. Nice, dude. Some guilds might just have a healer spec deep enough into Shadow to apply the Shadow debuff rather than using a raid slot for a Shadow Priest. That's fair. Oh no. Got a wolf on me, boys.
I need to get closer. Need a target.
Alright, we got like 3 classes left. Let's knock them out. Let's see what we got. FYI, if you're going to be doing any wanding, you should have a quiver for your bag. I agree, Jacob. Yep. So I think some people came to a consensus on if quivers worked on the demo. I don't know offhand, but if they do, I would totally have a quiver in the bag, considering that, you know, a significant portion of your damage from a priest is coming from a wand. And you can always just, if you need the inventory space, you can always just you know, throw the bag in there and throw the quiver in the bag. Would you want to see progressive servers with BC and Wrath after? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. That'd be great. I'd like to, in an ideal world, see like 3 years. 3 years of solid vanilla, and then TBC and Wrath, and then just end it there. Have you practiced Marty Priest? Yeah, Nicholas, unfortunately, Martyrdom's not working, man. You can't really proc it with the sit, unfortunately. That's how we tested the if it was going to work with an Unrage and Reckoning and stuff, because you don't have access to those talents, they're too deep. But Martyrdom should function in the same way, so we, should I go buy one? Should you want me to go buy a quiver, boys? Alright, I think there's a Bowyer in Sentinel Hill. Let's try it.
This one guy was asking if Classic WoW supports 144 Hz monitors, and I have one, and yeah, it definitely does. It feels much, much better than private servers in terms of like your frame rate smoothness.
Holy shit, we got a subscriber. Twitch Prime subscriber from Sabo244. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, bro. I know a lot. There's probably like 10 people streaming right now, and the fact that you guys are here and you're having faith in this stream, man,
You need
it
something?
means the world to me, guys. Thank you so much.
Safe travel.
Let's go buy a quiver. There's a Fletcher or a Bowyer over here, right? I'm pretty sure there's. Pretty sure. What do you think about new TBC servers that are coming? Sunwell and Atlantis? I don't know too much about that, Pencho. I love TBC though, man.
Hey there.
Bowyer, there we go.
Need something?
I heard Netherwing was going to be massive, the TBC server. It's like really, really good compared to everything
Have a
else.
good one.
I can't.
Figured I'd add in. Just talking about TBC. Do you like TBC or vanilla more, James?
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yeah, just 'cause
Respect.
it's an expansion versus a game, you know? Like, as far as I understand, it's an actual expansion, like... Alright, let's put the quivers in here. So you can't have multiple quivers. That much is for sure. So we'll test out the wand. It says you can't have another bag of that type. Mia, thank you for providing demo footage. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much for being here. For real, this is it still feels like a dream, to be honest, this whole streaming thing. Okay, so let's see if we can notice any difference. So this is how should we best do this? This is with the quiver. Let's try and be mindful of it. Okay. Just going off my gut right now. We can look back at the combat log as well. I don't know if it's gonna mean much. Let's try it with no quiver. It feels just... Pretty sure it's just as fast. I don't think it works, man. Seems the same, right? It definitely seems the same to me. Damn. What a bummer, dude.
They'll probably fix it. Or break it again.
What a bummer, man.
But it is 10 seconds, so you might have to get a timer up and actually time it.
Right? Should I do that?
Yes.
Damn.
10 seconds is not something you really notice. Oh, 10%.
10%, right? Man, dude,
Human eye, that doesn't really say anything.
So it could potentially work. Hey, Agla Nico says, so many vanilla streamers are retarded. Thank you, dude. Thanks, man, for the kind words. I do my best, man. I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but... Alright, let's try it again. I don't know if anybody's able to time this. I guess I could try. Check the tooltip. Oh! Pencho, it's not a macro, dude. It's not a macro. But pretty much... So it pretty much works like this, Pencho, the wand weaving. I wish I could just move my camera to show you. Wow, did I really just die? It pretty much works like this, dude. You, as soon as you wand, and you see the cooldown ticking like this, as soon as you see that global kind of ticking, you hit your melee attack right after. And then as soon as it's about to reset, you already have to be there ready to wand again. And you just do that. You just do that over and over again. You're able to weave in a couple melee attacks. It doesn't always line up perfectly. You're saying with the shoot tooltip? Let me see. 1.5 second cooldown. But that's... The thing is, though, dude, is, no, there's no macro for it. You have to just kind of manually do it. The thing is, though, it doesn't get below 1.5 seconds, unfortunately, and this is a fast wand, right? Because the global cooldown is 1.5 seconds. So I wish this was like a 1.7... No, check there above your wand. Above my wand. Oh, attacks... I don't know if it's gonna go... Okay, let's see. Let's bring it. Let me put it on now. .5 attack speed, damage 11 to 22, 10.8 damage per second. 11 to 22, 10.8 damage per second. It's not looking like it increases it. Humdum asks, how would you go about getting enchanting up to make a wand when the servers have just released? There's a couple different ways of doing it. I think it's either through leatherworking and one's through tailoring, where you save up a bunch of cloth and then you make like an alt character. You go to a city, like you make a rogue or something. It ultimately takes like an hour or two or something to do it, where you can make yourself a greater magic wand, right? The thing is, those early wands really carry you. They're super strong. So I was talking with some priests about it, like Eslin, and he was saying, yes, it's going to delay you like an hour or two, and that does suck, but it's going to carry you all the way to like 26. So it's worth it. It's worth it to do on a fresh server. Drag shoot to your bars and hover over it. It should show speed. Yeah, it's here. It's right here now. 1.5 second cooldown with this. So let's put it on. 1.5 second cooldown. It felt the same too. The sound, at least, it sounded like it was about the same. I don't know. Cargo's yeah, Cargo's is Nelf Priest Healer viable in PvE endgame? You might get some shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. You might get some shit because it's probably the least. It's probably what most people would think is the weakest priest. As far as I'm concerned, just play whatever you want, dude. But a lot of people are gonna vouch for the dwarf priest. If you're not going dwarf priest, they're gonna like be questioning you for the fear ward, and then also the what is it called, divine hymn or something that humans and dwarves have is pretty strong. So some people think star shards is kind of a meme, and then that other night elf ability you get is like marginally good in PvP. Like, and if you're up against like a warrior or something, it's actually gonna like work against you because they're gonna be able to overpower you like crazy. You forgot you had to carry ammo? Not on a priest, right? But yeah, like on a hunter in general. Let's see. Ugly and Nico, you should take 11 wand hits versus 10 wand hits with a quiver, so that should give a time difference in kills. I think it's the same though, man. The problem is your damage is not consistent. If you hit multiple high damage rolls, it would end the fight faster. Correct, yep. Pro tip about Priest Wand, get a 5-man group and do the People's Militia chain, and the end reward is a Great Wand. Let me see what you're talking about here. It's probably on my, oh yeah, this one is on my Priest Guide, Spark of the People's Militia. It's pretty good, yep. It's pretty good. The other thing is, if you're playing any wand class in the game, make sure you try and get Gravestone Scepter. Get yourself an A-team and just mob through Black Fathom Deeps and get that Gravestone Scepter. It's a 100% chance you'll get it. It's a quest item, and that shit is crazy. The damage on it is more than Corpse Maker, the DPS on Gravestone Scepter. So if you're a wand using class, especially Priest, where you have the 25% damage increase, it's crazy. Let me look at my priest guide. This Eslin actually calculated it on the damage of it with the 25% increase. How much damage you do with Gravestone Scepter? Or it might not have been Eslin. It might have been DZ Reams. Well, let me see. So DZ Reams, current wand level. Looking right now. It's something like 30, 36 DPS or something. It's something crazy. It's something crazy. Get Gravestone Scepter. That's the TLDR.
Oh, it's 29.6, I think.
He's saying with the 25% damage increase, though. He factored it in, and he was comparing the DPME of various spells, various pre-spells, compared to wand specialization Gravestone Scepter. So I mean, we can calculate it right now, actually. So Gravestone Scepter is Gravestone Scepter has 29 DPS. That is so crazy, considering you can get that at level 19. 29 times 1.25. 36.25 DPS with Gravestone Scepter. Insanity. Insanity. Absolute insanity. I'm going any priest at launch, YOLO. Absolutely, dude, go for it. Whatever you like the best. Like some people, I don't know if I could play a dwarf as a main. To be honest, they're cool. I like dwarves. They've grown on me, but I don't know if I could main a dwarf because I'm kind of like I kind of low key like want to have my character look cool and stuff. So play whatever you want, man. Hunter, you need to feed pet. You need to carry arrows around. Go mage. Gotta have them curves under the robe. Doggy Dreams 44, thanks for stopping in. I love priests. The Westfall quest, yep, indeed. All right, so let's move on to the next class, guys. Let's see, we got a few more left. So we have, we actually only have 3 left. So we have Warrior, Hunter, and Paladin. Warrior, Hunter, Paladin. Let's do another straw poll. Warrior, Hunter, Paladin. Crate poll. Straw poll here in the chat. So we got three classes left as far as this leveling workshop goes. Then we'll have them all done. So just vote on that. Don't type it in. Just click the straw poll real quick. You voted? Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. View results. Paladin up by 2 votes. Paladin up by 2 votes, man. Up by 3 votes. It's looking like a Pally victory. Any warriors in the chat? Give it another minute here. Oh, Blaine, Cargos, how much longer will you stream today? I'm probably gonna go for like maybe a 5-6 hour stream. So we're about halfway there right now. We've been streaming for about 3 hours. About 3 hours. Why Palo? What the fuck? Go Warriors! Warrior Riot. Vote. You gotta vote, man. You gotta vote. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Refresh results. Ah, Paladin. Paladin won. There's no way Warriors catching up. All right, we'll do Paladin. We'll do Paladin. We'll do Paladin. Pallies are for the light. Cool, just curious, getting off work soon. Nice, man. Man, you get off early, Blaine. What is it, like 1, 2, something there? It's good stuff. Alright. Let's go for it. We'll go human. We'll go human female. This is fine. Alright. I think Paladin and Shaman are the most exciting thing about vanilla. They are so iconic for each faction, and they probably changed the most over the years. It is cool having the faction-specific classes, for sure. For sure. Alright. Get the bars in order. Okay. We were doing a dueling tournament yesterday, and I realized it's kind of unfortunate Paladins only have Holy Light at this level. There's no Flash of Light or anything. Okay. Put Wisdom and Might on the bars. Judgment. This is rank 2. Yep, we're good there. Only have Devo Aura. Okay. Pally had some of the hardest to obtain endgame weapons. Dude, the Paladin weapons are incredible. Corrupted Ashbringer, dude. I think that's the dream. Being a Paladin in vanilla with Corrupted Ashbringer. My man Lestor has a Thunder Fury and the Corrupted Ashbringer. Like an absolute legend. An absolute legend. So I think, you know, first off, Pallies are going to hurt a lot without Reckoning. Their leveling speeds and stuff are going to take a hit, for sure. They're going to take a hit. So, all right, let's do this. 32 to 60, 1 to 32. All right, so here we are on the Paladin. Let's go into talents first. So you're pretty much gonna go Retribution first. You're gonna go Retribution. So here's one thing, right? So you may think that going Imp Blessing of Might and going Blessing of Might, yeah, and buffing Blessing of Might is going to be the best line of play. You know, how could it not be, right? You're speeding up your kill times, you're getting more attack power. That seems definitely better, right? But a penny saved is a penny earned, and like I say in all my guides, your leveling speed is a sum total of 3 factors. Your in combat time, so the amount of time it takes for me to kill this friggin' thing. Your out of combat time, so that's like the amount of time you have to spend regenerating, and your travel time. So you hold all 3 of these equally, because, you know, if you can shave off 10 seconds of out of combat time, that's going to be more valuable than increasing your kill speed by 5 seconds. So Blessing of Wisdom is very, very strong, and it actually will do more for you than Blessing of Might, even though it's not going to give you some immediate, additional damage. So just think about it logically. Reducing the mana cost of your Judgment and Seal spells, which is what you're using, it's your bread and butter, using that every mob. Reducing that by 15%, the mana cost. Like, the parallels that come to mind is like Frost Channeling and stuff, or whatever that mage talent is called, where you're reducing your Frost spells by 10%, and that's already a super good talent. This is a 15% reduction in mana cost, as opposed to a 20% AP bonus on Blessing of Might. So not to your AP, just on Blessing of Might. And one thing I've learned after doing all these leveling guides, I've learned that the primary offensive base stats, so like strength and stuff that moves attack power, actually is not that valuable. More often than not, you want to stack crit, based on just like the flow of how a 15-second fight goes, and that AP is not as valuable as people might think. So the TLDR is buff Wisdom. You're going to be buffing Wisdom, and you're going to go into 5 out of 5 Benediction first. Now, because we have more mana and more sustain through Blessing of Wisdom, which is giving us 10 MP5, we're going to be able to sustain Judging on cooldown a lot better. So we're actually going to go right into Improved Judgment. We're going to go 2 out of 2 Judgment now. So the general rotation on a Paladin, once you get Seal of Command, you're going to have to make, based on your weapon speed. So if you have a weapon that's 3.5 or slower, you're going to be using Seal of Command. And if it's going to be faster than 3.5, you're going to be using Seal of Righteousness. That's a sort of breaking point. But early on, like 1 to 10 and stuff, you're going to be using Seal of Righteousness. On a longer fight, you're going to be judging Seal of the Crusader. So we're going to go engage this target right now. We'll walk up to it. Hodge is totally optional, but we're going to judge on cooldown pretty much. We're going to judge on cooldown. And we're going to sustain through Blessing of Wisdom. Also, the other implications, right now we only have Devotion Aura, but as far as auras go, if you're fighting 2+ mobs, it doesn't cost mana to change auras. It doesn't cost mana. So, you can bind your auras and change auras, as long as you have the mental energy to do so. So if you're fighting 2+ mobs, use Retribution Aura. If you're fighting a single target mob, you're going to use Sanctity Aura. You're not going to get Sanctity Aura for a little bit, though. Sanctity Aura is down here on the Retribution tree. So without Reckoning on the table, you're pretty much going to go for a deep ret build. You're not going to respec potentially prot at as early as possible, 32, 33. You're going to stay deep ret most likely. Let me look at the chat now though, because I probably missed a lot. They should buff Spirit Regen to where it was in Kata. Cargo's Hunter with Owl, use Screech or also Claw. It depends if you can sustain using both. I mean, if you can sustain using both, use both. But owls are pretty amazing. They're pretty bis. So yeah, definitely hold on to that owl, dude, because you only get owls. You only have access to owls at like mid-40s when you're able to, or high 40s when you get to Felwood. Is Warrior the most difficult class to level? Not Paladin. Warrior is probably more difficult to level. I'd say Paladin is a really good Warrior player versus a really good Paladin player. Man, it's tough. You ask any Paladin, they're going to tell you Warrior is the slowest. You're going to ask any Warrior, they're going to tell you Paladin's the slowest. So I don't really know how to make the determination. But with Reckoning gone now, Paladins might be the slowest. Were you in the Army? John Phillips asked. I'm currently in the California National Guard. Yeah, man. Mage with Atiesh for the win. Love that MP5. Haven't heard that in a long time. Yep. So, yeah, we'll fight some more mobs here. So you're going to be, judging Righteousness on cooldown. We're going to get in range, use that, reapply, and just auto-attack the mob. Hodge may not be, a good usage of mana, but, feel free to use it. The thing is, so the only implication with Hodge is that, so with Hodge, Seal of Command has some benefits in the sense that I don't know if I can't even really access Seal of Command, but Seal of Command basically does double damage. When you judge Seal of Command is you get it at level 20. So Seal of Command, when you unleash the seal, it will cause basically double damage if the target is stunned or incapacitated. So if it's Hodged, it will deal double damage pretty much, or if it's Repentance, it'll do double damage. Steve Post, thank you for your service, man. Thank you, man. what the fuck is class demo? We're just doing kind of like a class, class leveling workshop live streamer. So if you have any questions about like your favorite class, what you want to level in vanilla, we're going through all the classes right now. So we're on to Paladin right now. So pretty much, yeah, like you want to judge on cooldown, you want to buff wisdom. It's a little counterintuitive to buff wisdom, but it's definitely going to be the correct line of play. You're going to go up as soon as you get in range of judgment. Judgment does have a small 10-yard range, so you are able to use it as soon as you get like right about here. Then you can kind of strafe back out again, put the seal on, then go for the melee hits. It's looking like we'll be able to sustain with mana. Like we're not using much mana doing this, so might as well use the Hodge. And it's going to be like that. So the only other implication is like, so if we're fighting a boss, right? If we're fighting an elite, fighting a boss, or doing a dungeon, something like that, that is going to provide a use case for judging Seal of the Crusader. So you're not really going to use you're not going to use Seal of the Crusader actively on you, but you will judge it. You will be judging it. So this, when you judge it, it's going to increase your holy damage. I'll read it for you. So unleashing the seal's energy will judge an enemy for 10 seconds, increasing holy damage taken by up to 30, and your melee strikes will refresh it. So you're going to put it on right early in the fight. Oh, what's up, man? Graze for days. Oh, it's Graze. What's up, man? Yeah, he was doing the PvP tournament with us yesterday. So we just did Priest, yeah. I'll try and finish up, guys. I know you guys might be getting tired of this stuff, so let me just move on to the next class now. Any other questions? Or you want to do a duel real quick? We'll do a duel. We'll do a duel against this Druid. Okay. We'll do a duel. I don't really bind anything though.
I can't attack that.
Oh god, is that the PvP legend Greg?
It is. This guy won all the PvP tournaments yesterday.
Yeah, I couldn't beat him, dude. It was a bit tough.
Yep, it's a bit tough.
I'm out of range.
It's that resident sleeper duel action right there.
Yeah, it's a long duel.
You think this is long? Try this at level 60. It's even longer.
Woo! Let's go, boys.
Boom!
GD, bro. Alright, let's move on to the next one, man. Alright, so we got 2 classes left, man. It's coming down to, what do we got? Warrior, Hunter. Warrior, Hunter. Oh god, okay, Warrior, Hunter. Yeah, Hunter will be quick. Hunter will be quick. Don't worry, guys. I know you guys might be getting a little fatigued with this, but, we're almost there. We got a couple here. What happened to Reckoning, Nate? It doesn't proc when you sit. That's the thing, man. So the Well, we're using wisdom, man, Henrik. I think I opted to use wisdom there, right? Did it fall off? I'm not sure if it fell off mid-fight, but I like to use wisdom instead of yeah, the wisdom, it really saved me there. Saved me there. Let's see what we got here. Go human slaying talent. Toonish is now hosting. Damn. Thank you, Toonish. Thank you, buddy. Don't you think they will re-enable Reckoning in those talent circles? I hope they do, Joni. I really, because there's a lot of classes. For those of you guys who don't know, there's a bunch of classes that benefit from the sit macros. It's not just warriors. It's warriors. It's priests with martyrdom. It's shamans with Eye of the Storm. It's so it's warriors, shamans, priests. What else? There's a few other ones here. Paladins, right? So that's 4. Is there one more? It might be those. It might be 4. It might be 4. But let's see what you guys want to see. So, warrior versus hunter. Okay, warrior's winning by a landslide. No one wants to see the hunter. Resident sleeper leveling guide. All right, warrior it is. Let me delete one of these like other ones. Let's go like Orc War. The best. Alright. Paladin or Mage is my first vanilla player. It's going to be your first vanilla character, Will? Probably Mage, dude. You might burn out with Paladin, to be honest. Paladin's like...
Yeah.
Paladin's... You might have a bad time, dude. Hey, Warrior next. What the fuck were the Pally talents 1.0? Oh, I'm not sure. Dude, for the Alliance, Orc Female Warrior Biss, man. Monkey News would probably agree with you. Go human slaying talent. Alright, let's get into it. Let's I love you guys like how I got the pigtails. That's kinda cool. Amish Doinks just subscribed. Thank you, buddy. Action bars. Okay. Oh, sweet. They gave us a one-hander and a shield, too. That's nice. Thank you, Blizz. Okay. Alright, so some of the things we'll go over hamstring method. Let's see what else we can go over. We'll go over starting talents. So here's one thing we need to figure this out over the next coming days and weeks and stuff. I'm gonna get together with some warriors and figure out what their thoughts are on the 1 to 40. On 1 to 40, whether arms or fury is gonna be better. So the thing is, so you get enrage at 15 talent points in. You start getting enrage at, what is that, 25 then? It's got to be like 25, right? 25, 26, you start getting enrage. Or 24. Yeah, so you're looking at a full, like, 16 levels where you're not going to have access to, like, the enrage sitting, potentially. But you may not enrage sit until you're at, like, 80% or 100% on the enrage. Let me see. Let me do it on a calculator. Let me see when you get enrage when you go fury. This is an interesting thing, so... Let's see, so you're going to start with, yeah, Cruelty, Booming Voice, Piercing Howl, Blood Craze, Battle Shout. So you potentially even get Execute first, right? I think so. Yeah, so you're going to get Enrage, full Enrage at like level 31. So right now what my gut tells me, guys, is mathematically Fury is going to put out more damage still till like 31. Until you start getting enraged, whenever that is. Let me see. So, actually, maybe at 26, potentially, you might want to go Fury, then respec arms. You know, it's been kind of proven, I guess, mathematically that Fury is going to put out more single target DPS, and that at this stage you don't have sweeping strikes, you don't have cleave, you don't have these type of tools. So you are very much a single target kind of playstyle. It's not like you're going for the big wombo combo, sweeping strike, mortal strike type stuff. So again, if we're looking for the most like hyper efficient route, it might be something like going Fury up to like 26 or something. Or you could just go arms. Arms might end up being better if enrage is not on the table. So anyway, I guess we'll proceed with arms. We'll proceed with arms in this for the sake of this little tutorial here. So if we are going to go arms, we're likely going to go 3 out of 3 rend, and then probably 2 into parry. You don't really use heroic strike too much. At the lower levels you kind of do though. That's the thing. I'd still probably go with the parry. And then maybe 1 into an improved charge. Yeah. Alright. Do you recommend to not go with Paladin as your first character? Yeah, I'd probably not. I'd probably not, dude. It's gonna, especially with no Reckoning, you might have a bad time. They level pretty slow. It's pretty slow and steady. You do have self-healing and stuff, but I can only imagine the amount of countless Paladins that just burned out over the course of Classic World of Warcraft's history. Paladins with Reckoning. Trophy Prop. What's up, Zortek? Bis Orc PvP. Okay, I'm just catching up with the chat a little bit. Alright. Let's make sure we have everything on our bars here. Charge, Thunderclap, Overpower, Demo Shout, Defensive Stance. We should put Defensive Stance on like Shift 2 or something. We do have Shield Bash as well, right? Okay. Alright.
It's too far away.
We'll put them on Alt then. Alt 1 and Alt 2. So you want to definitely have your stances bound, guys. You definitely want to have your stances bound. You want to have like the ability to go in and out of defensive and battle stance as needed. Because you have Shield Bash. You actually get Shield Bash, I think at level, what, 12 or something you get Shield Bash. So that's going to allow you to stop casting, stop those heals, stop those fireballs. So it's good to be able to go in the defensive stance, get that on-demand kind of mitigation when you need it. But anyway, so you're a warrior, right? You're living the anti-dream. How do you engage targets? You're pretty much going to try to not overkill mobs and use your rage inefficiently. Like, don't just heroic strike something because you can. You know, try and get the most out of your rage. So if a mob is low and I know I'm going to engage another mob like right after, I'm probably just going to just white attack the mob down. So we'll get started. So we're going to charge and battle shout in. That's the first step. And then we're gonna auto and hit it with a hamstring immediately. Then try and get out of range. We're gonna move back in for 1 auto. The hitbox is huge. I see what Monkey's talking about now, or whoever said that. See, this is yeah, I can already tell there's a big difference here. There's a big difference here in the hitbox. It shouldn't be able to hit you like that. So hamstring at this level is 40%, right? 40% movement speed. Should not be hitting me like that. I've tested this a good amount. So you charge in, you hit it, hamstring, get out of hitbox. Look, it's still right on top of me, dude. Right on top of me. I think that's gonna be fixed. It's basically, it's really hard to even hamstring kite at all, like this. I like your stream, but I think you should rest. You talk so much. Yeah, I'm a New Yorker, man. I talk pretty quick. It doesn't exhaust me. What was the situation of front backstabbing on the demo? It didn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work on this demo, Nuva. Which add-ons do you use for vanilla WoW? Right now, there's no add-ons on the demo or anything like that. They're gonna have to probably be rebuilt. But you see this, right, Matt? Like, where are you from in New York? I live in California now, but I like pretty much was raised in New York, and I spent a lot of years in New York. I lived on the Upper East Side, 86, like near 86 and Lex. I'm gonna start with Hunter most likely. But in theory, this is how it should work, and I really, really strongly think they're going to fix it. You want to charge in, hit them with a white attack. Then right after your white attack hits, you're going to want to apply a hamstring and start strafing out of range of the mob's hitbox. I'm not going to be able to with this demo right now. The mob is still going to be hitting me. So I'm going to charge, white attack, wait for the white attack, hamstring, and I should be able to get out of range of the mob's hitbox. I was sort of able to do it there. So I'm going to re-enter it, then hit it with a rend. It's just right on top of me, though. It's very hard to do it on this demo. But that's how it kind of works. You charge in, you get the white attack off. So that's the order of operations. You don't go right into a skill. You want to make sure you get that white attack off. You charge in, white attack, hit it with a skill, start strafing out. And then you're going to be monitoring this with a swing timer. So there's going to be a little bar in the middle of your screen or wherever you have it where it's going to be like a loading bar. And then as the loading bar is about to fill up, that means your swing is about to reset and you're going to be able to swing again. So as it's swinging up, you reposition yourself, you re-enter the mob's hitbox, and you go for another white attack followed by a skill. I'll try it on this thing, but it's not looking good. White attack. Oh, I'm dazed. That's another thing. Really try your best not to expose your back to the target because you can get dazed that way. God, dude, this thing is right on top of me. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a shit show. White attack Kappa tries on another mob. These plane striders are crazy fast. Humanoids are slower. Okay, we can try it on humanoids. Ooh, green. Nice. Demo bis. Let's see. Where's the closest humanoids at? We have the Venture Co. guys up top a little bit. Trying to think. Oh, maybe the Centaurs? Probably the Centaurs over at that camp. These are goddamn fast animals, dude. Yeah, dude, they're so fast, man. Why do you think I'm gonna have a bad time with Paladin? Because they level really slow, dude. They level kind of really slow, and there's not a lot of active abilities you have so much as a Paladin. I'm just speaking from experience, Shelda, that I've heard people burn out when they try and level a Paladin. I'd probably, if it's your first character, especially if it's your first character, man, I don't know, man. If you really like the class fantasy of Paladin, you're determined and you know you're gonna get there, then go for it, man. Go for it. But you know, just know that you're gonna have some times where you're gonna be kind of bored. You're gonna be kind of, you might be getting cut. You're gonna get bored with any class, right? Just go for it, dude. I believe in you. I think you can do it. All right, so we're gonna try and do this on this Centaur here. We're gonna charge in, battle shout, white attack. Okay, hamstring. Oh yeah, you're right. They seem a bit slower. Still not like perfect, but okay, I misplayed there. Let me just pull up some rage and try it again. This is a misplay. So you really gotta, let me see my weapon speed. My weapon speed is 3.2. So you kind of want to count your Mississippis. All right, let me try and not misplay on this. So I'm gonna engage this guy. We have battle shout up, charge, white attack, hamstring. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We're gonna white attack rend. Okay, got the rend, perfect. So far so good. No misplays. We're gonna go for a heroic strike because we have a lot of rage. Okay. Because he's low, I'm not gonna heroic strike him here, right? There's no need to just dump rage like that. So that one would have been kind of played perfectly if it wasn't for the net. Yeah, there's no attack timer. It's just the demo and Kita. We don't have a lot of the add-ons or anything like that. So let me try it again on this guy. We'll try and play it perfectly. So sometimes you want to face pull as a warrior though, because this could be dangerous. I could pull this guy, but we'll try and charge, and I think we should be okay. I'm gonna charge in. White attack, hamstring. Get out of range of the hitbox. Oh, we got a ranged guy. Get him with the rend. We have a decent amount of rage. We're gonna get full value from the heroic strike. Go with heroic strike. And we're not gonna overkill him and dump rage. We're just gonna pool our rage for the next mob. Engage this target. White attack. Hamstring. It's another caster mob.
Out of range.
See, it'd be really good for me to go into shield, go into defensive stance and interrupt that right now, but I don't have the macro for the one-hander shield set up right now. Oh, let me check it. What happened with Tips and Alex Central? I really don't know, dude. I really don't know, bro. I'm just trying to stay in my own lane, bro. I don't want any problems with anybody. Yeah, don't stop fucking telling people not to play a class. We need every class, and it's way more fun playing classes that you like. Absolutely, Jumbo. I'm with you, man. I'm sorry if I tried to turn you off from playing Paladin. Go for it, man. I believe in you, dude. Do you know how Mage clear casting works in the demo? Yeah, so it doesn't give you a chance you get a 10% chance per cast. It doesn't matter if it hits 10 mobs, you still have a 10% chance. It's not going to give you that 10% on everything. It does change things as far as AoE farming, yeah. So North, I'm going to get together with North. He helped me with my Mage Guide this week, and we're going to update the Mage Guide. So I'm excited to do that. Thank you, Ross, for the heads up to check Twitch chat. Yeah, centaurs shoot you when you get far enough away. Well, it's not all the centaurs. Some centaurs are melee, right? Decisive. Also, no talents to preserve rage on stance change. Couldn't interrupt anyway. Yeah, true, true. Yep. All right, let's try. We can try again. You guys you're getting the gist, right? Is it making sense? So we're gonna charge in and try it on the zebra. White attack, hamstring. Get out of range of the hitbox. Come back in with the rend after. Count down 3 seconds. Come back in again. Get out. Count back to 3 again. Get in. Hamstring's about to fall off, so I got to keep that in mind. So next attack, we're gonna go for the hamstring. Well, that was a misplay. We're gonna get out. And then we'll just finish it with an auto. Alright. Make sure we keep Battle Shout up. Charge in, try it again. Hamstring, we're going to go for the rend now as we go back in. We're pulling up a good amount of rage, so we'll go for the Heroic Strike now. Probably one more Heroic Strike. Alright. That is pretty much it, man. So I think arms has gotten stronger since enrage has been since sitting to proc enrage is no longer potentially a thing. Okay. Cargos, I wish Feral was good by itself, and not only when it has 30 world buffs and every consumable imaginable, plus a gimmick mace that gives 50% haste. That's the thing though, Mista, but I don't. It's still so cool though. I mean, we literally, if you guys don't know, I talked with him too. The Shadow helped me with my Druid guide. And this is a guy that was topping in BWL on his Feral Druid. Power shifting, utilizing every item the game has to offer. I think it's cool that Druids can be viable like that. But you can become a bear tank too, man. I think if you want to play a Druid, you can't be afraid of hard work. You're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to get more consumes. You're just going to have to... You're going to have to go harder. Will the Mage Guide still be presenting approaches for both AoE and non-AoE leveling? Yeah, Eric, so in the guide right now, it's pretty straightforward. The Frostbite is more of that single target non-AoE grinding spec. It's going to be better in PvP. It's going to be better in PvP. It's going to present a hard stop for you though if you do want to AoE level. So you can also do a little bit of a hybrid where you go the Frostbite spec, but you pull out 3 points in Frostbite and put them into Permafrost instead. You can do it that way. You can do it that way. But let's finish up. We'll go to Hunter now. We'll go to Hunter. Then maybe we can do some dueling tournaments or something. Maybe you guys might like that. We'll switch it up. He did 1k on Ebon Rock. Yeah. So the good news is no more voting. We just have one class left. Can't believe we did all 9 classes. That's awesome, man. That is great. Alright, so we'll go over to a Hunter here. Huntard, yep. Huntard. So maybe I'll speak about life pre-level 10. I'll dismiss my pet right here. I'll dismiss my pet and show you kind of like... So people... Okay, this might be a little more interesting. You guys probably know how to level as a Hunter once you have your pet. But let's imagine I don't have my pet. Let me just dismiss my pet. So people think like Hunters pre-level 10 are terrible, right? They think they're terrible, they're slow. I think they're pretty efficient because your auto attack, your auto shot does so much damage, and you don't really spend any resources to auto attack. And as long as you're not clipping your auto attack animations and you're just moving and strafing and stuff like that, you're able to basically kill a mob using very, very little. I really enjoy the 1 to 10 on Hunter. Cargos, did Blizzard change the loot system when you're not in group, like everyone gets XP and loot who hits a mob? I'm not sure exactly what you mean, man, but there's some... I think Blizzard said that they were going to do the loot sharing or something like that. Level 1 to 10 is still hell for a Hunter. I don't think so, Sim. I really enjoy it. I think I kind of enjoy it. So I'll show you what I mean. So imagine I'm in the Valley of Trials or whatever. If I'm in the Valley of Trials, I won't have concussive, but I'll kite with concussive right now. Serpent, Arcane. That's all we need, right? Raptor Strike. Oh god, we aggroed something. Need a Hunter's Mark as well. Oh wow, he went away already. Okay. Alright, so let's just imagine I'm 1 to 10 right now. Leveling 1 to 10 was a nightmare. Alright. Tofu in the house, Jumbo Freak 07, SF Lange, Horde Fall, Zortek 0. Thank you guys, man. Yeah, you can play Classic right now, Saldra. Yeah, you need the virtual ticket, though. I don't know if you can still get the virtual ticket. Maybe it actually might be GG for you, dude, because I don't know if you can still buy it. But summer 2019 is the release date. But yeah, you can play the demo. Alright. So imagine I have no pet, I'm 1 to 10, right? This is how you want to engage stuff as a hunter. You always want you don't want to use the instant cast first, right? You always want to start with an auto shot. You can just think of it like a casted ability, because it is a casted ability. It has a 0.5 second cast on auto shot. So you want to start with an auto shot, and then since I do have concussive, I'll start with a concussive right after. But yeah, it's gonna be like this. So you're gonna get max range. As soon as you shoot, strafe, then get ready to shoot again. You want to weave your instance between the cooldowns in your auto shot as you move. So you should be able to fit in a good amount of autos in, maybe 3, 4. It's not going to be perfect right now because I don't have an auto shot timer right now, which is pretty essential on a hunter. But let me try and time it. Let's see how fast it is. So it's a 2.6. It's pretty slow, which is nice. Pretty nice. So we'll try again on this Zevra hunter. So we're going to get max range. Max range. Just max range. There you go. So as you can see, he got pretty low, and then once the mob finally connects with you, it's going to be like a raptor strike away from killing it, and that was far from optimal. I've been having some issues with the demo with my auto shot toggling off, but I really enjoy the one. So one thing that's kind of annoying is, right, like I had to strafe all the way over here, and this is not a very productive direction. One thing you can do is, like, let's say that the place I need to go for my quest is over here by this oasis. So I'm going to do that kiting method, but be strafing in a productive direction over here. So I'm going to apply Hunter's Mark to this zebra and do it again. We're going to get max range, so probably like right here. Right about here. We're going to move. Yo, these animals are so fast, dude. These animals are just so fast. Should have hit it with a concussive, but... Alright, let's try it again. We'll do it on the zebra. Alright, get max range. Right about there.
I'm out of range.
It's looking like we're all we're gonna get from it. But if you ever want to create space as a hunter too, you can always just wing clip and get out of range and just keep going. Heard my name. Yes, I got both going too. Divide mode is now following. Thank you, buddy. Kevin F says, does Cargos realize there are 8 other classes besides Hunter available in the demo? Do you guys want to fill him in on that? This is the 9th and final class. We literally just played every other class, Kevin. But yeah. But I understand you probably just got here, so you didn't realize that. So I do realize it. NF hunters can't do shit. They will run into other dangerous mobs. What do you mean by that? Night elf hunters can't do shit? Do you think we'll see a heavily favored set of classes such as rogue and warrior over 50% of the total pop? I think we'll see a lot of mages and hunters, given that Dire Maul and I think that Dire Maul and frickin' and Maraudon are going to be out. So I think a lot of people that like know the game decently well are going to go mage and hunter, just from a financial standpoint. So we'll probably see a big influx of those. I think it'll be a ton of hunters. Hunters might be the most played. Then warriors, I'd imagine maybe